Am I live? Hello!
Hello, we're back.
A little bit late, a little bit early. Time zones are a thing, but we're here. So
Hmm.
we're good. So hey everybody, welcome to Knights of Payne University, our City of Mist role-playing show, where we're up to a six, I believe, investigation.
This is case number 6.
Oh,
There's a total of 9 plus one secret case in the Knights of Paintown adventure series, and well, actually, you've been through 1/3 of the secret case as well.
ooh, scary,
Uh-huh.
spookies.
The secret K. What?
Yeah, the one that you don't even know is we haven't even said the name of the case,
So,
but you've been through a third of it.
so just mind me, I'm just like, we had a cast member turn up really, really late, and I'm just moving people around to get everything organized from this side of things.
Paul.
I said,
Yes.
I
How are
was
you
being
doing?
polite.
No, that was totally me. I'm in my pajamas. Hi, how are we? Time zones are weird. Ours didn't change, but theirs did, so it's kind of like
And mine didn't, so it should have been the same for you.
it's 10 o'clock now. This is an hour earlier for me. So I don't know what to say. It's weird.
Yeah. But either way, we're back. Welcome. We have Syrinscape in the background for our audio. They do awesome audio for role-playing stuff. They're not a sponsor, but check them out at syrinscape.com. We also use a mix of some of the Son of Oak Studios soundtracks for City of Mist, which are also really cool for setting the mood. Our overlay art and artworks are done by Hideki Chibi. Check her out at bestokecc.com.au and send her lots of money in commission. She does amazing artwork. She's also a really nice person. She's been working with us for years as a role player, as an artist, and just, yeah, really cool. You can help out the channel by donating. Any small donation of $1 or per 100 bits, or channel point redemptions if you've been watching us long enough. Help us out by giving us +1 to our rolls in City Mist. We have only 2d6 for our rolls, so a +1 is a really big deal. So we're not asking for much, just $1. That's all. Helps us pay for the overlays and things like that over time. And that's pretty much all my blurbs. Anyone else got blurbs?
We
No?
had a great
Oh.
time at the Roll20 Con.
Roll20 is a
Is a
Now we don't need to do that
platform
anymore. All right.
Oh, we are
Have
part of the
anyone heard
Roll20
of
Ambassador
Foundry?
program, but
Whoa.
yes.
That was fun. We had a swell time. We had a nice time. It came off well. And I would like to remind you that there's a special one shot written by me.
with a twist villain that you will not believe.
So, no,
Just not at
it was
all.
just yeah, nobody saw it coming.
No one saw it coming. All our stuff's on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. GoblinCaveTV on YouTube. Not right now, of course, if you're watching us live, but if you're watching us on YouTube, this is probably redundant, but all our stuff's on YouTube. We also have highlights and stuff like that from our shows on YouTube. And like, subscribe, all the bits and pieces. Good introductions.
All right.
Mistress of
Should
Ceremonies.
I? All right. Hello, it's me. I am the Mistress of Ceremonies, and I guess I'll run through the introductions if we're gonna do that. That's so exciting. Okay, I'll do it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to City of Mist, the Knights of Paintown Adventure Path. We are beginning our case. We are starting this case called the Alchemist. Our adventurers, or rather crew, have completed and they've struck a blow to the cult of the God King. I'm going to go through left to right, top to bottom on the overlay. You will tell us who you are and who you're playing today, and then we'll follow it up by the first move of the game, which is the voiceover monologue. We'll start with Paul, who is playing. Well, you tell us who you are playing today, Paul.
Hello there. Yes, I have the pleasure of playing Penny Roberts. I am Paul, the half-asleep gentleman. Absolutely. She is a reporter at Duskwell University. Currently, there is quite a lot of concern for the future of things and of newfound feelings and love. So we'll see how that develops today.
All right, thank you. Next up, what about you, Viv? Who are you and who are you playing today?
My Paul would say that. I mean, I feel like everything's been established and pretty okay. My name is Viv. I go by Oblivivian on the internet. I am playing Mavis Thorn, who is a, I think senior. She's pretty close to graduating. Kind of just, was riding her life out until she met a bunch of crazy murder hobos and then became a crazy murder hobo. But actually, I'm a pretty good person. So, just for anyone in the chat, if anyone at any point says that Mavis is not a good person, they're gaslighting you. Okay.
Fair enough. We'll see about that. Karsh, who
Hi.
are you and who are you playing?
Hi, my name is Karsh Goblin. I play Chuck, the dumb jock of the organization. He thinks he's a superhero. Just like he, yeah. Anyway.
Is Chuck any form of royalty by any chance?
No, why would he be?
All right, just wondering. All right. What about you, Chris?
Hi, my name is
that.
my name is Chris. I play Kel Daily. Forgotten, still popping, locking, waiting for the inevitable escape of death.
And Kel's gonna do our voiceover monologue in just 1 second. Finally, how about you, Gabby?
Me? Oh, hi, hello there. My name is Gabriela, and I have the pleasure of playing Christine, who is trying to do better. Also, her medical records are. No, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna break the headbutt like that. Because that's like totally like illegal or something. I watched Legally Blonde, so I know. So I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue anyone who try me. I'm going to sue big corporate. That's my next move. As an artist.
Fair enough. City of Mist is based on the powered by the apocalypse system, but is a more tag-based narrative damage type conversation game that takes place in a city, isolated or perhaps amongst a larger world. We don't know. There is a mist that obscures the legendary powers that the players have that they are only partially aware of, but their knowledge is growing. Meanwhile, there's a malevolent force in the city that our crew has been looking to investigate, and they have found themselves from east to west, north to south, edges of the city, finding more and more clues, which will lead them to, they hope, perhaps the truth of the Knights of Payne Town. Every single session of the City of Mist gaming system begins with voiceover monologue. We do that here for two purposes. One, to let our viewers know what has happened up till now, with particular emphasis on the last session, and what's going on in your character's mind. Today's voiceover monologue is going to be done by Kel.
So, I don't really know what exactly happened. I wasn't really present a lot of the time, but I do know that I went to go see my sister. It was pretty great. This is a reminder. This is voice recorded, I guess. Reminder. Tell her to get a better chair to help with that slump. It's very distracting. I was distracted the entire trip. Anyway, after visiting her, I was just having a lot of downtime with the others. We kind of just talked, and I think Chuck was studying something. I'm not really sure. But everyone was just doing their own thing, and annoyingly enough, Maeve and Penny went on a date. Disappointing. Very annoying. But we have some, we don't have some. It is what it is. After that, we met up with Shadow Weaver, and we talked a bunch. It was kind of awesome. I think I'm a little in love with her. She is ridiculously charming. Somehow, I ended up on a date, and I think I'm going to make a fool of myself, like I often do. Hopefully that doesn't get out to the rest of the crew, wherever they are. They haven't really talked much in the group chat. I'll never tell them this. I'm a little worried.
Thank you. Or go. Sorry. Good.
That's it. I don't have anything
Oh,
else.
did you mean Moonwraith?
Yeah, Moonwraith. Fuck
Okay,
me.
okay. I was like, wait, did I miss something? All right.
I wrote Shadow Wraith in one section and Moonwraith on the other.
That's
Oh,
okay.
Oakland.
That's okay. Is there anything specific you want to tell us about your date? I mean, or is that enough? I guess that was pretty cool. That was clear enough.
Hmm? What do you
Clear
mean?
enough. No, I don't know. I'm just curious.
Any juicy deets, maybe?
Yeah.
It didn't happen yet, did it?
No,
Did
we
it?
did. Well, I think. I can't remember what we decided on that.
We decided that she would get it afterwards because she was supposed to get it during the.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, where would you like? Thank you for the voiceover monologue, by the way. I will grant you one chat point that
Yay.
you can use at your disposal. Now, tell us, where would you like to begin today? So, the very end of the last session, you defeated some of the cultists and struck a major blow to the cult of the God King. And you did rescue a scantily clad uh, 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 damsel in distress, a blonde lady, not very smart, but glad to see you. And she gave you a little bit of information about where she was and what she knew, and then scampered off into the sunset because that's how, NPCs are treated in this patriarchal world. She did note to you, however, that the organization, there's a large organization that includes the cult. She also gave you a bit of a clue as to that there are tentacles throughout this organization, alchemical organization, as it were, throughout the city. But the center of it, the person pulling the strings in the alchemical organization, is a name you've heard a couple of times, Armand Kai, who lives in a large mansion called Cancele Manor, and it just so happens it's relatively close to the university. It's close to the historical society. It's close to where you've gone to school. It's close to where you've met friends and professors and lost friends and professors. It is where you once had a crewmate named Corvus Castle gone missing. And let's go.
I have a question.
Follow.
Thank you for the follow. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Is this mansion, right? Is this like public knowledge, like people know about it? And is it abandoned? Or
well, I just told you what you got. You can do some investigation to find out more. Because
I have an idea.
Okay, all right. Let me know. What is your idea?
So I'm not actually with the crew and I don't know any of this shit. But
okay.
I'd kind of, if I could, what's the word? Take the spotlight.
Yes, absolutely.
This is uncomfortable, but I've taken the spotlight to the date, if we could.
All right. Okay, there we go. You're on a date with Moonwraith.
I am. It is the apartment that is also my apartment. Is dimly lit. I put up some like fairy lights strewn around the area because I have too many fairy lights in my room, and I have just taken all of them and thrown them on the kitchen table. It looks ridiculous. I did it anyway. And there are like rose petals coming from the door to the to a table. It is ridiculously over the top. Like, this is not first date, or at least she thinks it's a date behavior. There's like candles that are fake. You just put on from the bottom of it everywhere. And in this like vest and has like a tie, and is still like incredibly persistent on their phone in the group chat, like, is everything okay? Do you guys still need me to go? I can still go. Is like just like checking in.
No one's texting you back because we are in the middle of something.
I've been left on red.
Although we did say we would order a exclusive chef for you for this not date. So
What okay.
His name is Steve. He's in the kitchen area. He's kind of slubby. He was very sweet to me.
He's like, bonjour, very sorry. In French, we do not have gender neutral term to refer to you. Maybe we should came up with a term that is such an oversight and exclusive.
Frank, please. I could not tell you how little I give a fuck about that. Please, I need to. Can we just chill? Can you just make whatever the fuck you're making, and I deal with this? I need to grapple. I need to prepare. Okay.
Of course.
Thank you,
Americans.
Okay. The knock at the door.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay. Run a hand through my hair, and I open it. Oh, hey.
So here's what we think the reaction is. She's pretty casual. She's excited to come over and
Didn't see you there.
She's very casually dressed. She she's sort of looking at her phone or whatever when you open the door, and she looks up and she can see you, and you see you're like, hey, and then she looks around and sees the whole place decked out, ready for a date, and you worry for just about a second she's gonna get the wrong message, like she's gonna be scared, or maybe
this wasn't for you.
She's a street kind of tough, essentially, right? But there's something about suddenly you realize the message is received, because she doesn't freak out. She looks, for the first moment you think you detect that she's feels insecure about something. The person who is out there trying to save the world and stop an evil malevolent force from granting people eternal life. She forgets that, and you could see her eyes are and she looks at her own clothes she's like, oh, I didn't.
No. It's hey.
She's she just seems. Hi.
This was too much. No, do you want to sit down? Or
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. I have a guy in the kitchen just making things for us. It's whatever you want.
It's me, a very French chef who doing French thing in the kitchens.
I'm 25% sure Frank is from New Jersey or some shit, and he's putting something on. But that's just me.
That's so funny. I like Frank. Oh my gosh. So,
listen.
Go. Yeah.
No. You go. You talk.
I
interrupted you. I was
Okay.
Go, please.
I've never. I don't. Nobody's ever done anything like this for me before. I don't know if you're being serious or not. Is this a? Do you mean?
Firstly, I don't believe that, because I don't know how anyone can look at you and not expect and not do this every time they see you. So that's just me. But I'm so serious, and that's a little too much. I get that. We literally just met.
I know. But why me?
Is that a real question?
I mean, look at you. You're beautiful.
Look at you.
You're amazing, and I mean,
sit down. I have something very embarrassing to tell you. Recite, I guess.
I don't know if you could. I don't know. Okay, all right, good, because that'll make two of us then. Go ahead. Well, tell me something embarrassing.
Frank brings over some hors d'oeuvres. I think these are snails. Anyway,
there are escargot.
What is that? Escargot?
It's escargot.
I don't like race cars.
Do not Google it. Do not Google translate it. It does not translate into snail.
Oh.
I must go.
Thank you, Frank.
Back to Frenching in the kitchen.
Why are you Frenching it? But never mind.
He just like he randomly like he just randomly hear it. Like he's
That's
really
Frenching to him. When I met you. Okay, first off, when I was a kid, I took poetry classes with my best friend in the world. In secret, I wanted to impress them. That didn't end up really working out for me. But having a muse, having a reason to write, never came easy to me. Until I saw you. And then the words just like water, just so easy.
What did you write?
I get out this like yellow pad of I have it. This yellow pad of paper.
She's pretty excited to hear this.
I'm like putting like this like dramatic airs on, and I'm just like burying the embarrassment. Rays of sun are summer dipped. I creen for mother's glory. You bathe in light and winter dips. I wonder with days beside thee. I can't read that part. This is very awkward.
Can I tell you something? So, I know it's crazy. We don't really know each other, but we do, right? Like, there's something going. There's some. I feel like there's something.
There.
I feel like there's something beyond like us. Like there's other beings out there that I feel like we've known each other for something about our spirits have known each other, but I only know that now because even all you've done is silly, right? It's silly and cute and amazing, but what it does is you've given me something that I haven't felt forever. I think and even your inability to read the rest of what you wrote there, I feel safe. Like you make me feel safe, and that's. I don't know how you can do that. I don't know how you do that.
I would need 1,000 dictionaries to tell you exactly how you make me feel. But I have this silly poem, and I have an amazing person standing in front of me. Do you want to screw the dinner? Do you want to go somewhere? Go out there and, just fucking who knows?
She kisses you.
What an enthusiastic way to say yes.
He like cut back to just us arguing.
Yeah, right.
Oh, by the way, the way I wanted to go was we're going to the haunted mansion.
Oh, all right.
Whatever. Yeah, it was like I'm gonna show you a little place, and then we go to the place.
Okay, all right, and it just happens to be. It happens.
Oh,
to
look
be
at that happenstance.
What do you know? Yeah. It's almost as mystical forces are driving you that in ways you don't understand. You have legendary power. Legendary beings that comprise part of your personality that affect your decision making in ways you're not consciously aware of, including hooking up with Moonray.
We hook up in the mansion.
That's right. There you go.
So if we could take the scene for a second, because I feel like something happened last week that we were all just like, a little stressed out about. But to remind everyone, I knocked out everyone in the room.
I saved the day.
No, they're not dead. Remember, they're not dead. They're just sleeping because the bubbles popped before they passed out. But I did suffocate all of them. But they're fine.
Wait, what? You killed them?
I did not kill them.
Oh, okay.
I remember I almost did, but then we checked the numbers and I didn't add.
Yeah, but I thought you were
numbers.
telling us you killed them anyway, secretly.
No. They're still alive.
Okay.
I'm not a killer yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, people that matter yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like Maeve kind of just like she notices that Penny's a little mad at her. She notices that they're about to start having a conversation, and she goes, maybe we have this conversation later. We are underground, and I kind of want to call. I think Detective Akitu can handle this. Do you guys remember? I feel like actually no one remembers her except me now, right? She put on her hat and everyone forgot her. I think I remember that happening.
Probably.
There's a detective. Don't worry about it. I could call her and then see if she can deal with this, and then we just like skedaddle, and maybe we can all go get like sorbet and talk about
Oh, we're going to get sorbet and talk about this.
Yeah, I feel like Rondo's Diamond.
100% happening.
Hey, bestie. Hey, bestie. I'm gonna tell you what you just said, and you tell me how I should feel about this. Okay. So what you are saying is TLDR. Sorry, I almost killed these innocent people. Let's talk about it later. Dish the match to somebody else. Let's get some ice cream and talk about it. Like a group therapy moment.
I didn't almost kill them. I knew what I was doing. I held myself back enough. I mean, they couldn't fight back, so...
Listen, mate, you are my literal best friend beside Lily. Well, in addition to Lily. And you're perfect, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you look like Celinda Evangelica. Did you stone those shoulder pads on your jacket? But you know what? I can go with some sope. Like, I'm woke now, so I can eat.
Let's first deal with the passed out cultists, and I think Chuck has a new friend as well.
I'm not going to leave this woman here.
I tried to skip past like the cleaning this up and just tell you what happened.
I know it would be so funny for us to deal with it.
I'm not going to leave this woman here. You almost killed her.
Hey,
I didn't almost kill her. She's just the bubbles kind of.
I had to pop that bubble before she choked.
I did a head count, and
look here. Let me deal with this.
I mean, also, I could have just put bubbles into their bloodstream. Like,
yes. Hi. Hello. Hola. Konnichiwa. Well,
that's not the point.
911 this week. There was like a gas leak or some shit in the gas station, and like a bunch of people passed out. Please send EMS. No, this is not a prank call. Yes, I do sound like this. What's your point?
And then it cuts to some operator who answers, "Don't worry, we'll send some people like we'll send somebody right over." Stat.
Thank you. I'll give you 5-star on the review.
You see the person hang up the phone, and they look over to a team of people in all gray suits and hats, saying, and then it cuts back to you.
Yeah, I would like to be like, I'm just gonna take like my phone out, and I'll call Detective Akitu and be like, let's just get out of here. You can take the lady if you want, Chuck. But like
911 goes straight to the hat agents. Sometimes it does.
But yeah, we can do that, and then we can maybe we can just forget that any of this happened, because again, I could have just summoned bubbles into their bloodstream and killed all of them, but I didn't do that. I suffocated them, which is a lot better, right?
Babe, it's admirable that you didn't do that, but what's the worrying part is that it was the immediate reaction to bubble everyone in the room before we even had a chance to kind of ask them what the hell they were doing.
Including the person that was being sacrificed.
Yes,
we'll get into that when
we'll
get into that when we leave, because
Listen,
there's things we've got to do. And we just something we got to do first, all right? And that is plain and simple. Let's scout the place out because it's like a cultist's den. Okay, let's find any information we need to do and get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Okay, agree. I'm not talking about this until I have like ice cream. I'm like starving.
If you don't clear out of there right now, you will be surrounded by agents that would likely overpower you. I suggest you, since you made it so easy to escape, that you just get out of there.
We're leaving.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's leave.
I carry the half-naked, now only wrapped in my jacket.
What are you doing?
Yeah. She's dazed, but she's happy to see you, and she quickly divulges the information I told you earlier, and that she's, she was kidnapped by the cult. She was trying to be made into a cultist. She played along with them, and was about to be sacrificed because she didn't know what else to do. You happily saved her, or she was happy when you came in and saved her, but she wants to get out of there. She never wants to see any of you again. But she did tell you. Kensile Manor. And she won't even tell you her name, but if you ask her, it's Christine.
She's another Christine?
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I just pulled it out of a hat. It's Oblivivian. No, shoot.
Go with Wendy.
Her name is Polly.
It's Wendy.
That's a blonde.
Polly.
People.
Yeah, right.
Polly Pocket.
Is that French?
One of these times, an NPC is going to have a mythos based on me.
Am I going with Wendy?
Wendy, all right.
Me hearty.
And then she has a heart attack and dies. How about that? She's like, no. Okay. Now
the scabby got her.
The point is, you don't have to worry about her again. I just improv the whole thing so we can get through it.
So yeah, I'm gonna call Detective Akitu on my phone when we get out, and maybe we're in the car with my driver. And oh my god, I wiped my lipstick off. I thought it was chapstick. Okay. Anyways, don't look at me. I didn't buy that. Everyone, I haven't slept since 6 o'clock yesterday, so I'm a little tired.
That's all right. You're doing great.
This is just character acting. You're flustered in character and in person. It just into the role.
You almost killed a dozen people, or half a dozen.
I did not almost kill a dozen people. I did fine.
Everybody shut the F up. We're going to talk about this after ice cream.
Yeah, so we're on our way to go get ice cream.
Okay,
and I'm in the car.
Okay, so you're on your way to Rondo's Diner.
Yeah, and I'm going to call Detective Akitu in the car while we're driving.
Okay, what is your goal by calling a special agent in Kidu? You pull up your phone, you try to do detective, it doesn't work. You're like, oh, all right, special agent.
Oh, right. She's one of those people. No, I just want to have a conversation with her. Make sure that I wanted to be so I'd start off. She said hi. Whatever. I'd be like, hi. This is one of the students that hangs out with the group of people. Chuck. Do you remember Chuck Dunderson?
You're gonna have to roll investigate if you want to see if she answers the phone. I don't know whether she's available or not. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to do something to decide that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll use a chat dice because I don't have any personality tags open right now.
All right.
And I will use my. Can I use my? If I'm asking her questions, right? Or is this is just to see if she answers?
Well, no. I mean, if you succeed, she'll answer your questions, or
okay.
you can do reverse clues or whatever. I'm not sure this is the right move, but it's the only one I can think of that would resolve whether your thing here.
So I'm a woman of words, and I have an I'm very socially perceptive, so I can pick up on if I'm supposed to be speaking, how I could speak in conversations like this. I will just and I'm going to use a chat die, so that gives me a 3. I'll trigger my weakness, sugar-coated words, as well.
Okay. What was that again? Where I can tell you're being slimy?
I'm just bullshitting her. I mean, it's more just I say things in a way that you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I can tell that you're kind of bullshitting me a little bit.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good.
Cool. Investigate.
Our first roll.
There we go. First roll.
We're in the first hour as well. What's happening?
Mild success. Okay, so you can spend your clues 1-to-1, and in response, I get to ask you a question. I can expose you to danger, or the clues you get are fuzzy, incomplete, part true, part false, or you can do reverse clues, of course. Take it away. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Detective
Akitu.
Hi, Special Agent Akitu. This is you remember me, right? obviously.
Yeah, vaguely, My memory ain't so great.
Oh yeah, no. A lot of people's memory isn't great about you specifically. I just wanted to tell you,
Bitch.
bitch. Well, it's not
Uh-huh.
my fault. It's your hat. So I just wanted to, ask. I wanted to let you know that we just dealt with a cult in the city that was actually, trying to resurrect a god king. So fun. Anyways, feels like something that you guys should be dealing with, right? But I just wanted to let you know that we dealt with them, and I will give you the address, and I will read out the address if she doesn't write it down. I don't care, but you can just
Okay.
if you guys want to go there and maybe arrest them, because unfortunately, as citizens, I cannot arrest any of them for trying to resurrect a god king. Is that illegal in the magical world? Actually, don't answer that because that's one of my questions.
Mhm.
Does she say anything, or is she just listening to me?
Well, okay. So I'll give you this for free. She seems completely, I don't know if the word is nonplussed. Like, yeah, okay. You get the distinct feeling that well, she doesn't know the exact details of what you're telling her. Like, you're giving her information she personally didn't know, but there's some larger. She's not surprised to hear any of this.
Yeah. So, would you mind if I just asked you, since I have you on the phone, would you mind if I just asked you, maybe one question, two questions max?
I
Because that's all I
mean,
have.
why don't you go ahead? I can't guarantee that my answer is going to be not fuzzy or part true, part false, but go ahead, shoot. I feel like I might ask you a question in response. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, okay. I would love to answer a question that you have to ask me, because that's something that normal people do
I
in conversation.
I only have time for two questions before I got to go
I
out
know.
on a call.
Don't worry about it. I only have time for two questions too, unfortunately.
Okay, all right then.
So, fuck. What do I ask her now? Shit. I had a question in mind and then I lost it. So, what is it exactly that you all do? Because I'm really curious, because I kind of understand, I know that, you guys somehow, you're not like me, where you're, informed by some kind of, legend or whatever, but, or story, or, trying to live out some story, but you're also not, and you have something to do with, the veil that, covers up people's vision
Yeah.
on stuff. So, just really curious, because I feel like no one talks about you guys at all, and I feel like every time I talk about you guys, everyone gets
Mhm.
anxious.
Yeah, well, depending on what you say, you might not have a whole lot of memory of what we're talking about now, so you better take it easy there. Uh,
Oh, I mean, I've
but
actually been remembering most things recently, like your face.
Mhm.
Everyone else doesn't remember your face, but I do.
Okay, so she's not going to tell you the secret. I mean,
I
this
know,
is
that's fine. I just
classified
want to hear
information.
what
But
she's
here's
gonna
what,
say.
but, but she's going to say, I tell me if I'm off base here. Do you feel? I feels like you're not actually calling me to give me information. I feel like you're calling me for the same reason I made this call at some point recently. Am I? Is it ringing a bell? And what I'm saying, ringing a bell?
I will admit I was thinking about it, but I'm not really in the space to answer that question right now, unfortunately. But I think I am picking up what
Yeah.
you're putting down, especially Jinikidu, for sure.
Uh-huh.
You know, veils and things that people can't see. If you can see past it, it's really cool and makes you think.
I don't know
But
what you're talking about.
oh, you have out. I know, of course. No one does ever. Don't worry.
Now,
I'm
as
I'm
I
a little
was
crazy.
saying, in case you made this phone call for the same reason I made this phone call way back when they threw me out of a van, these crazy, and she almost said, you know, people like yous. Why don't you it might behoove you if you're interested in some side work, come by the historical society. But come alone.
They run out of this. I fucking knew it. Um, I just
Do
had
you
one more
have a
question for
second
you.
question?
Yeah, and this is my last question, of course, because we're busy. We're very busy women. So,
Got that right.
so it's really difficult for me to say this. Do you know about the man who? So before I'm going to preface this by saying I know exactly who this person is, kind of, but do you? I don't know if I want to ask about Corbin Payne. Okay. Do I want to ask about Corbin Payne or do I want to ask about Riffs?
You could ask about the Fisher King. It's not quite Corbin Payne. Maybe it's more abstract.
I just, have you read the story about like the Fisher King, right? From like Arthurian legend and stuff.
I'm not into kids stories.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, stories find their way into reality. Okay. Why don't we just go with I'm gonna be real. Can you just tell me, like, what? I'm gonna forget it. Why am I asking this? I'm gonna ask anyways. She says that, by the way, out loud. She's like, I'm gonna forget this. And then she says, whatever. Could you tell me what I am? Which is... I can waste the question. She wants to ask anyways. Like, she really just wants to... It's burning her inside. She has to ask. So you can take it away from me and you can fuck me over, but I just want to know.
Alright, so can you tell me what I am? You're a danger. I think you know this. And I think you're calling me because you know there's no one that can help you but somebody like me and the people I work with. And yeah, if you want to do the right thing, you come to the Historical Society and you come alone and you'll learn more about who you are. But if you're anything like me, you're not going to like what you learn. But I'll tell you this, there's answers. There's answers, but answers is the wrong word. It's, there's cures. There's a solution. You get on the right team and not the wrong team. Be in the fight for what's right out there. Click.
She got and she kind of just like, puts the phone down, and she goes, shit. And then she kind of just shakes it off a little bit and she goes, sorry, so sorbet, right? I think we could find a lovely place. Let's go to the diner. I know they have sorbet there.
Yeah, you had most of that conversation like in front of all of us, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
for some reason I can only remember like parts of it.
So I would like to ask you a question in response.
Oh yeah,
yeah. All right. So my question to you is
this a key to asking me?
No, I'm asking you as the MC as part of your missed role.
Oh, I thought her asking me if I was calling because of the same reason that she called was the question.
Oh.
No, ask me a question. It's fun. It's more fun.
Oh, I was gonna say I won't ask if you don't want me to.
Go.
All right. What is your greatest failing, darkness, or transgression?
Haven't I answered this question before?
Yeah, but I can't use it against you unless you answer it directly according to the rules.
What is my biggest transgression? My sister went missing. And when she went missing, I was supposed to be in the room with her when she went missing. But I actually went downstairs because of some reason. Maybe I was hungry or wanted a glass of water.
Okay.
When I came back up, she was gone. So that's my biggest transgression, is that my sister went missing because of me and maybe possibly died because of me. And actually, no one in my family knows that. Everyone thinks that I was in the room when she went missing. So they...
Oh, okay.
Holy... Did you just really say that to all of us to hear?
No, I don't. Did I say that out loud? That's just an MC question, right?
That was an MC question,
yeah.
Okay, that was a bombshell.
Yeah, I know, that's a big one. I just made that up, actually, so that's fun. I know.
Remember that one.
I don't think like that wasn't part of the game lore until just this moment. That's why like you can use these questions to introduce new items into the narrative, and so now it is there.
So, yeah, so I guess like they probably don't remember half the conversation because it was mostly riff talk. And so, yeah, like maybe like we're talking and the music in the car just got way too loud and you guys were all like trying to listen for a second and then it turns back down and it's just like, yeah. She goes, well, everything's fine. So, we can, do other things.
Pulls in that. Wow.
Like, oh my god.
Shall we go to the football game?
No, actually, I've heard there's a really cool haunted house. We should totally go check that one out. It's right next to the diner or somewhere near it anyway.
I think we should go to the diner though. So yeah, we can go to the diner and actually have a conversation because I feel like our characters need to talk before we do anything.
It's not gonna be much of a talk.
Okay, if you feel like you need to talk, we can do that. Like
no, we can skip it.
Like I'm happy to skip to the next scene but if you have something to clear, let's just flash to then you're sitting at the diner.
Food fight, smash cut, go to the
you
haunted
look
house.
across there, and there's a flight attendant, having some late night snack, getting ready to go to her flight, or coming back from work. I'm not sure. And there's a couple other people in the diner, but it's pretty empty and quiet. It's pretty late, so the waitress has just walked away.
As you guys sit down, Cal and Moonrave kind of giggling walk through the door. They look like they're gonna sneak in the back of the
it's them. Come on.
Of like the kitchen area.
They're
like they look like they're gonna steal
silly,
something in the
Oh, it's your friends. Let's get out of here. Pretend like they didn't see us.
I don't think we see them until because we're
it's too late.
sneaking to the back of the kitchen area. We're gonna steal something. I think that's pretty apparent.
Yeah.
And
first
that's
date.
totally right up Moonrave's alley.
yeah.
How are you guys feeling?
Okay, so I feel like some things need to be said, just out in the air, out in the open, right? So, I personally don't think you were wrong to go in guns blazing. It's just the way that you did it was this close to mass murder. So, I know that you're in control of yourself and everything else like that, and I know that's a struggle for all of us with whatever's going on. I just want to know, do I need to be worried? Because what you said in the car the other day made me a bit worried. And what I just saw made me very worried.
There was like a roll to insight myself.
That wasn't control. That was just no control at all.
This is a PvP
that
roll.
was complete control. I didn't kill anyone. And listen, you try to count that many heads like very quickly. I just created as many bubbles as I could. I'm glad I didn't accidentally throw any on you guys because I was mostly focusing on creating enough to put over people's heads. And then they just couldn't breathe for like 10 seconds. It wasn't even that bad. They all just passed out.
I like that.
And none of them bled. Like,
What are you crying about?
Yeah, suffocations never kill anyone ever.
And
right?
the person that you're trying to save, you also almost killed.
And that's what I just said. It's really... You try counting that many heads very quickly. I was trying to wrap this up so I could go back to not doing this.
The key to being a superhero is to protect people, not to just blanketly use your powers on everybody.
Chuck, I'm not a superhero.
Yeah,
We're all
who gives a damn about the
superheroes.
superhero thing?
I'm not a superhero. I don't... Do you consider yourself a superhero?
Yes, don't you?
No.
We've got a HQ and
No.
everything.
What do you mean?
That's my
Are we all
apartment.
superheroes? I thought that.
I'm a student, first and foremost. Chuck, I get the feeling you're similar. Are you not?
Yeah, Chuck, I don't see
That's our
myself as a
secret
hero.
identity.
I see myself as a normal girl who's been
More like a
cursed
vigilante.
and has friends who were cursed, and now we're just dealing with being cursed. That's how I see us.
Yes, that's it. We are cursed, and therefore we must be careful with our curses. And I would like us to work together. Like, I mean, I trust you. Again, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're perfect. You look like we've been through this. But I wish that we would work together to make sure that we have less, I don't know, suffocating way to rescue somebody.
To be fair, suffocation is like the least bad thing that I think I could do with my powers. Like, it is probably like the nicest thing besides pummeling them to like with bubbles.
Babe, you surrounded an entire building in a bubble. Is it so hard to think that you could surround a person in an isolated bubble each without suffocating them so they can't get out of it?
Yeah, but I would have to hold them in them when if I just make them pass out, I don't have to exert too much energy.
Yeah, but the way that you made them pass out came this close to killing them.
Yeah. Also, can I just point out that it's actually not a point of comfort that you can kill people? Like, that's not something that you go like you're not going around like, hey, listen, I'm not a mass murderer. Like, I mean, I could have killed everybody, but like, I'm not a mass murderer. I could be though.
With what we have to deal with in this truly messed up situation we find ourselves in, more often than not, I think we can all be forgiven for a bit of bodily harm. The problem becomes when it starts becoming the norm, dear. And that's when we start to have these conversations, because you had other options and you just went straight for the head.
And
I
you almost
understand
couldn't
this
contain...
but
I did contain it.
You almost couldn't contain the surge. I saw that strain.
You all look up, and there's the waitress with your milkshakes, with a look on her face like.
Come back later. Come back later.
Oh, sorry, we're in an improv group.
Okay, all right. Here's the chocolate one, and here's the.
Here, just leave the tray. Leave the tray.
Okay, all right.
Can you send one to? Can you send a strawberry one to Emily over there? Thank you.
Emma, Emma Bailey.
Yeah, Emma.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Oh well, I think she's getting ready to leave soon, but I'll go check. You know, she's got a flight to get to or something.
Yeah, I say it's on her tab.
No, it's not. Right. We're paying for it.
Okay. So, the point I'm trying to say here is like, I trust you. I wish you would trust us so that we can like work together.
Team up.
She does trust us. She wouldn't share all these feelings with us. She doesn't trust us in the first place.
No, that's what villains do.
Okay.
They get under your skin.
She's not a villain.
That's why...
That's what evil people do, you know.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I don't trust other people. You know, like when you start driving, your parents are like, I trust you to drive properly. You just have to pay attention to everyone else on the road. Unfortunately, I have a lot of friends that cannot fight for themselves. And I really don't want to lose anyone. So if I'm strong enough, it's fine. And I'm going to protect everyone in our group. I will be the one to protect everyone in our group.
We can protect each other. And we're more than strong enough for doing so.
Yeah, I think Maeve just realized that she was about to say something. Like the reason that she wants to protect everyone, it was a Mythos reason, not a Maeve reason. Oops.
Also, like, by saying that, you're saying that we're incapable of protecting ourselves. Yeah, I might sound stupid. I
never said you were stupid.
No one says you sound stupid.
No, I just said that I might sound stupid. Like, I might sound like my hair is blonde.
What's wrong
And
with blonde?
sometimes I might feel like I'm going blonde. But guess what? I'm really wise when it comes to reading people, and right now I'm reading a lot of like distrust in our capability of taking care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, let's be honest, okay? The only reason that we survived in that warehouse was because Chuck went crazy. Okay? The only reason.
So listen to me when I'm saying you almost let loose. You almost came to that.
But I don't think the thing inside of me is a murderous troll or whatever you are now.
I like how you're insulting each other's mythos. That's awesome.
I think the thing in me wants to protect everyone and make sure that everyone's safe. That's why my powers are bubbles that are very protective.
By killing everyone, including the person who was being sacrificed.
You're possessed by a troll, you weirdo.
Almost.
I didn't kill anyone. That's a very Maeve thing to do, too, just to like make fun of everyone's mythos because she can see them.
So for those of you watching, the interesting thing, the way we play the series is the characters are a lot more open about the conflict that they have between their mythos and logos, where logos is your day-to-day person that you sort of know consciously, and your mythos is the deep within inside you legendary character that gives you superpowers in the city. And so our characters are like every character in the City of Mist, struggling to balance their ordinary life with the growing powers that are governed by a mythological forces beyond this world. And so each one of our characters has a specific mythos type, and so that's what they're kicking each other in the balls about at this moment.
Well, mostly me kicking them in the balls about it, because Maeve,
your mythos sucks.
Maeve can see their mythos like behind them.
Oh right, oh yeah. Mavis,
like,
by the way, has the ability to see these people's mythos.
Maeve, you almost didn't contain that surge then. That's what happened when whatever that thing was inside me before. That's what brought down the factory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
very dangerous.
Mm-hmm. That was not good. Like what he did was not good. Bad Chucky. But because that was not good, what you did was also not that good either.
But no one died in my thing. I didn't bring down a whole building. All I did was make sure that no one would attack anyone.
Yeah, but redirecting it to a warehouse
sacrificed.
and things like that. Okay, well, this is damn good strawberry sorbet, but let's focus on like what happened just now, okay? And what happened just now was that you had better options, and you didn't use them. You went straight for the throat. That's what we're concerned about. It's got nothing else to do with that. And it's only the reason we're concerned is because we don't want that to become the norm for you. I know, it's, especially as I have a desire to protect someone, to protect me, to protect the ones that you love the most, right? But at the same time, you've got to be able to do that in a way that doesn't completely obliterate any chance of those people's futures.
You know what? I am so sick of hearing everyone talk about how Maeve is crazy. Maeve can see things that other people can't. Maeve is on drugs. Maeve's a drug addict. Maeve does this. I'm so fucking tired of hearing all of you tell me how to do my job, how to protect
all of us.
When none of you
I haven't seen anything else.
Why are you saying that?
You're blaming everyone.
You're step right up.
All of us. What the heck? I never said anything like that. Not once.
I never said that.
Not you. I'm talking to you and to Alex and to... I see fucking Chris back there listening. And
Chris,
I see Kelly back there listening. I'm so sick of this shit. I just wanted to get out of this fucking... I wanted to stop investigating things. I wanted to just be a normal fucking person. And I stayed to protect all of you and got sucked into all this bullshit. And everyone's blaming me. I took that fucking candy to help us. I didn't take a single other piece. And suddenly I'm a drug addict.
You said anything about candy.
Oh no, I'm going back. This is a lot of shit. This is pent up.
Okay. All right. Tell us.
I'm really tired.
I took that candy to like go in with you when I didn't have to.
But I'm just
The
saying,
point.
everyone took candy, and I'm the drug addict, and I'm the one that's seeing things. And when I tell people that I can see through this fucking veil that is making me feel uncomfortable to look through the longer I look through it, even though it was so cool to look through it the first time, it's not fucking cool anymore. And suddenly I'm crazy, and I am unhinged, and it's bad for me to, like, kill a bunch of not even like real inanimate objects, and then I don't kill anyone. I don't actually kill anyone, and suddenly I'm on the chopping block. I'm fucking tired of it. And she kind of just like she stands up.
Chuck slides a piece of
Queen.
a card across the table.
She stands up and she just goes like, I need a minute. And she's gonna leave the diner, like just walk out. You can figure out how to. I'll incorporate myself in the scene somehow if we do plot related stuff.
Oh no, Penny's following you. Unacceptable. The conversation is not ending with you feeling like your head is on the chopping block, blaming everyone in your life. I'm following you immediately.
Oh,
this
you trying to
cannot
follow
be
me, bitch?
Hell yeah.
I'm gone. Bubble up. I'm gone. I float away. What are you gonna do?
You think I can't follow that? Picture rejection. There's a plane on the runway. I'm coming with you.
All right. Well, yeah. I didn't want to take up too much time, but I just feel like that needed to be said because that.
It really
I
did.
think-
we can have
Oh,
a very quick
it
scene skip
fully
where we have
did.
a conversation.
I do want to
Yeah.
throw one thing in there, and when she says that she knows Kelly is listening, she goes, "And Kel."
Cal's
Get
not listening, by the
over
way.
me.
Cal's not. She's in the first room.
She's yelling though, so like you.
She's in the
probably do
freezer
hear
room
it.
with Moonrave.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's kinda
okay.
weird.
Well, then never mind. I won't say. I would have said something really mean, but I won't. So
You don't know that I'm not listening though.
yeah, I just said that you need to get over me because it's been since middle school, and I'm sick and tired of trying to walk on eggshells. So, yeah. Anyways, gone. Goodbye. We can
I
skip
think
to.
Okay.
That was so needed though.
I think as Maeve like leave and Penny tries to follow, I kind of like reach out and like hold,
Tries
like,
successfully.
yeah, no, I
If you
actually
could
try
stop
to
me.
hold Penny back. Yeah, and I go, "Shh,
Can I take the spotlight?
don't. Mhm.
Go ahead.
Chuck, while all this is going on, the focus goes onto Chuck, goes onto the card that was slid across to Maeve as she stood up. Chuck reaches back out, pulls it back to him, turns it over and looks at it and puts it back into his pocket. The card was from Esther Monaghan.
Oh, okay, we fade to black.
Mr. Monahan for what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we have an Esther Monaghan card, but all right, we cut. We fade to black.
Psychologist to the criminally insane.
Oh, I see. Ah, ha, 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 ha,
Wow.
Wow, wow. Moonray says, well, we
Damn.
see who's going to lose it first. All right.
Jesus.
Looks like you upgraded. All right. Where would you... Okay, so would you like to have a little bit of downtime? You have one... I suggest you follow the clue that the scantily clad sexy lady who ran away and then had a heart attack because I didn't want to name her.
And you didn't give me any details or phone numbers or...
I didn't know she died, remember?
What's her name?
I don't know. I didn't want
that.
I didn't want to write her down because I didn't care about her. You know,
Yeah,
sounds like
save
Wendy, but she's
someone.
dead.
And the MC
Yeah.
kills
She had
her.
to. She had to go to a farm. She moved to a farm.
She went to a farm.
Wasn't her name
Yeah.
Went
Wendy?
to a farm.
Yeah, where she's running and playing, and having a great time. So yeah, what
It's
are you gonna do?
Goldie all over again.
Rip, rip.
All right.
You know,
So
I did.
go ahead, Mavis.
I did want to say, my personality is like this close to cracking. And
Okay.
unfortunately, my personality's identity is that everyone should be nice to each other. Now, does anyone feel like I was being nice there? because
I can vote that
Yes,
yes, you can
actually.
crack that.
No, actually, I would argue the opposite. I would say actually you were being nice because your entire concept of your reasoning was that you were trying to protect someone, and you understood that your mythos was trying to power you down that path. And while you did storm out before we had the chance to properly resolve any of it, which I am chasing down, and that is a scene we're having off camera, I would actually argue that that is a mix. That isn't directly evil.
So for our people watching, what the discussion that's being had here between the players is Mavis is deciding whether or not She has foregone the interests that are under one of her theme cards, and thus would change her character radically. You know, it's in some ways a level up. It's in some ways not a level up. But the difference between this game and maybe other games you played is that the players themselves have the final say as to the if they are going to fade or crack or give attention to some of their logo themes. So they have the final say as to how their character develops, unlike other games where the MC does or the GM or whatever. So it's different.
I'd argue
So-
that lashing out in an emotional, like distressing moment is not an inherently evil thing. It's a very emotionally vulnerable thing that all of these frustrations and we like legitimately your friends were piling on top of you with all of their own worries just like perpetuated onto you in like legitimately like this is a worrying thing, not discrediting that, but having everyone do it at the same time or like the same span of time, like of course you're gonna crack and you're gonna start like yelling. That's I wouldn't say that's an evil thing. That's just that's just a human thing.
Yeah, I think.
And if you're in chat right now, vote because the poll is up.
Oh, fun.
Not being evil, I wouldn't turn evil. I still have another logos theme.
Everyone should be nice to each other.
But it's everyone should be nice to each other, and then the
Yeah,
concept
that's
was
the-
I want
yeah,
others to feel
yeah.
cared and loved for.
So you kind of have to be like, like the game encourages you to be like true to the words that you put in the theme. So like everyone should be nice to each other. So what Mavis has to decide for herself finally after consultation and playing the game is whether or not she's going to decide that she has not sufficiently followed her interest that everyone should be nice to each other. And if the interesting thing is if she decides to like say that she has not followed that, this is the make a hard choice move, by the way. I can actually put it on here. I could put it on there. It's the make a hard choice move. She will change her character radically, and by the game mechanics, introduce another nemesis to her character that might be dedicated to her ultimate destruction.
I mean, it depends, because if I crack personality, then I either like create a new personality theme or I'll ditch it for a mythos. I have the improvement to. I just have to decide which one is more story driven, so I'll figure that out later. But yeah, I think Maeve is just I don't think she feels like she cared about anyone there. Like she was maybe she does actually. I think it was that she does think everyone should be, but that is not what she would consider nice. And I don't think, if anything, I don't think she feels like everyone was being nice to her, which would also break the idea that like everyone should be nice to each other. You know, like it's not just me. I think everyone should be nice to me. Especially
that
if I'm
sounds like a
being,
crack
like,
to me. I mean, I wouldn't hesitate if I were you at this point.
Yeah.
Like you like went through the
It's
effort
gone.
of role playing. It feels
Gone.
like you don't, it feels not like you're trying that everybody being nice. Like your protector role is not about niceness. It doesn't sound like at all. It sounds like you will do what I say to be safe.
What? I would never say that. You know
Well,
what? I
I'm
did
just
have that
telling you the
realization
vibe I
that
got.
that might be what was happening in my brain. So,
Mm.
yeah, I'll just crack it, and I'll figure out what's going to happen to it later. But for now,
All right. Well, there you go. That was the theme that you had to burn all the tags on last time.
yeah. So it doesn't matter now. I don't have to recover the burnt tags.
Very clever. Now, I will point out that your character will then have 3. Well, are you gonna? I guess we could talk about that in a second. But you said you
5.
could replace it with a logos theme.
Yeah,
I don't know how you would
I
do
have
that.
the
You have an improvement.
personality reinvent myself. When you replace
Ah,
this
okay.
theme, you can choose to take a new personality theme instead of a mythos theme. As usual, you lose all improvements,
Okay.
including this one, game build up instead, and I also don't get a
You don't get a nemesis?
from that. Yeah, from that, because it's not actually
Really?
getting rid of a theme. It's just
Okay.
recreating the theme in a different way.
I'll check the rules on that.
I mean, I don't really care either way. But
Well, if you're right, you're right. I
yeah,
just
it is.
you
So
know
I
me.
mean, I leveled and build up again.
Ah.
Because it's 5. So I'll
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
that out too. I know I already know.
Okay, so you get
How
a
could we?
moment of evolution. Hey, you know what you should get? Moment of evolutions are great. We can talk about those later on.
We'll talk about that.
Okay, so tell me, folks, after that exciting scene, after that heartwarming, no, after that after that scene, would you like to do a downtime move, or would you like to skip immediately to the next morning in your headquarters?
It would be nice to do.
You know that there's a bolt of lightning above this craggy looking mansion, behind some trees and behind a large stone wall, where deep within, the alchemist works to try to bring the most evil of rifts to have eternal life.
I say we do downtime. Because it kind of feels like it's
And
like our
somewhere
only chance
deep
for a
down-
while to have one.
Somewhere deep within the recesses of the city, you hear Armand Kai laugh. That is what I was hoping you would say.
I mean, it's just
As
my
he pours
vibe.
test tubes into things.
Amakai wants us to take a break. That's nice.
All right. So, why don't we? Well, okay, let's do a quick downtime move. Then we could take a break, and then we'll come back and maybe, if you would like to, begin the next case, which is the first kind of dungeon crawl-esque adventure type of thing, case sort of thing in the city of Mysticism. You'll see how dungeon crawl works in a narrative-based collaborative storytelling type of system. I think it'll be interesting for people to experience that, and those of you in the audience to watch it. But first, let's do downtime, shall we? I'm going to do an overlay order unless somebody is not ready to choose. During the downtime move, this is essentially like the montage scene. It's like, you hear the music and you can see the players or the characters do what they're doing over the next, we'll say, week or so, while you're preparing or doing other, taking care of your ordinary day-to-day matters, maybe working on some sort of case, some sort of personal project, or perhaps meeting the demons that are inside of you or outside. You can do a bunch of things. You can give attention to one of your logos themes, your day-to-day themes. You can work the case. That's where you can generate clues if you describe how you do it. You can explore your mythos, the beyond. You can prepare for your next activity, or you can recover from the last activity. Let us start with Penny. You've got a week.
Right. A week? Oh, I thought we were just having like a quick 5 minutes and then we were going to get back on it. Okay.
There's no 5-minute downtime.
All right.
I mean,
a week
do you want less than a
more.
week?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to complain either way. There was something very important that happened during that conversation, right? That first and foremost, Maeve opened up in a way that Penny's never seen before, and that wasn't worrying to Penny. In fact, it was quite thrilling. So, with that fun aspect in mind, as she chases her down, I'm going to work on Penny's hidden pain. Penny's hidden pain
there we
is
go.
to
The
do
secret
with her. The feeling that she gets from it is this feeling of insecurity, this feeling of weakness, this feeling of pain. She can't understand what it is, but she thinks the best way to heal that is by talking through someone else's pain. And because she's kind at the core of her being, she's going to talk through with the entire week, even if she has to spend every single waking minute of it with Maeve. And they will go see the Aurora Borealis from the glassworks as the sun pierces it, like we did last time for a picnic, to remind you of the fun times.
Good times.
And a bit of snow falls on you, just for a brief moment during your picnic.
Perfect.
All right. And so you're going to... how many pips do you get for that? I already forgot.
One.
For one? Just one? All right. Okay.
Yeah, that does take me down to 5 full, but
So
it's
now
still...
All right, cool.
Now you're healed 2, and then you have
You have
healed 2, and then secret pain 5, or
Yep.
secret pain, 5.
You would be wounded
5 and
5.
full.
Capital wounded 5. All right. Next up, Mavis Thorn.
Hello.
Evil Mavis Thorn.
I'm not evil.
Good Mavis Thorn.
Misunderstood Mavis Thorn. I'm like an anti-hero. I'm like, Jessica Jones, but like cooler. Yeah, I think. Don't make that face, Gabby. I think, Maeve will also take this time to work on her secret pain, which is that she is lonely all the time. And this just kind of perpetuated that idea that she's alone. So I think, like, now more than ever, she needed to deal with that. So it's actually bringing me down to 4. I'm going down to 4 secret pain, healed 3. So I was hoping I could do like a quick thing, but I don't have to like play it out too much. It's just that I think Maeve would go to her parents' house for the first time in like a couple years, and have a honest conversation with them that probably won't go anywhere, but about how they made her feel in childhood and how they made her feel like she had to protect herself, and how they made her feel unsafe as a child, and how they never did anything to help her except throw money at the problem, and that did not help her in growing up and feeling like she has to sacrifice herself for everyone else around her. So,
okay.
I'm
And I
in the
think,
car.
like, in that conversation, I also introduced you to my parents. In that conversation, I think Maeve had like, the realization with everyone that the reason, not only the mythos reason that she wants to protect everyone, but the overarching reason that she's such a nice person is because she's so afraid that she'll lose people, and she'll be alone again. So it was more just like, it's less about protecting them and more about losing them. I think Mavis has abandonment issues. So yeah, I think that, so cool. I'm healed 3 now.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you this: has anybody else healed anything close to 3? No, right? I think you're sort of, yeah. And it's interesting because you don't know exactly why that's going to help, if at all. Maybe it's going to be meaningless. Maybe all these downtimes are wasted, but we'll find out. Next up, Chuck.
So because the MC's evil and kills people that Chuck gets close to.
You got close to her for 2 seconds.
Well, kills the people that he tries to save.
Remember Wendy? What a deep character Wendy was.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very fleshed out and well developed.
So, Chuck,
she was a philosophy major. She wanted to be a professor.
Thank you. So Chuck, you find Chuck. Well, you don't find Chuck some that week. One of the days, you see him all dressed up, leaving the house, or someone sees him all dressed up, leaving the house. Like really dressed up, leaving the house. Raining as always outside, and the scene moves to a cemetery where he's standing underneath a tree, still being rained on, in the nicest outfit that he has. In the distance, there's a funeral going on for Wendy.
Ooh.
Beside him, and the MC's probably going over all this, is Holiday.
You can say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
And he's trying to, afterwards, after the funeral, there's a discussion with Holiday about him not being able to save everybody, trying to save Goldie, Sam, but not being able to save everybody, and just wanting to try to help those in need. And I just can't always help everybody. This person almost died, and I saved them from the cult, but then they died anyway. So what's it all about?
Kid. I don't know.
So, and then cut scene from that.
Do you tell anyone about this? Because I would have gone with you to the funeral.
No.
The only person who would have known would be the noisy neighbor who was constantly gardening on the front porch outside Chuck's house.
As the scene cuts, there's a a camera from above the grave as the cast goes down, and it has a jacket on it.
Oh,
Nice.
That's so
Can
good.
Corvus be in the background, just hovering around in that mental image?
As a side note,
I don't like those nice touches. I like pure death.
As a side note,
Goodbye.
it's also going to go into summer. I can't wear the jacket all the time.
Chuck is a very deep character. Oh, all right. Okay.
That's his inner pain.
You can also, for that touching moment. Okay. So is that your secret pain
That's
thing?
the secret pain that we're working on, yeah.
All right. Good.
Trying to save those people.
Almost for that, I was going to give you an extra pip, but I'm not going
do
to.
it. You gave me an extra one once, so you should.
Okay. All right.
True.
You can do 2 instead of just 1.
I don't know how that equates to the other one, but we can figure it out later.
You just take 2 off of the wounded, add 2 to the healed pips. Okay. Next up, looks like we have Kel.
Oh, see, I was gonna say, I visit my sister again. We talk about my new friend. It's great. She's a little more rough than I'm used to, but it's whatever. And in any sense, I think I'm gonna just whenever Chuck goes to do that thing and he like comes back, or like he leaves. No, yeah, when he comes back and he's still in that suit. If I could, do we roleplay or do I have to ask? I don't know. When you come back to the HQ, you're still wearing your suit. I'm in the kitchen making breakfast. That's the only thing I do, I guess. And I look up and I go, "Hey, Big Cheese, that's not a varsity jacket."
No, it's not.
What are you doing? Christine finally asked you to prom, or?
It's been a big day, and in doing that, he instead of walking off, he walks through the wall.
For fuck's sake! Talk to your friends.
I don't need doors.
I don't need to.
Why? Who told you you can't?
Sticks his head up through the wall. No, and go back,
Motherfucker.
back into the wall.
Would you two keep it down?
It is literally my house. I can be as loud as I want.
I want to have like a really weird moment where like
you keep it down, Penny.
A hand goes through the wall to Maeve's room with a finger up.
A finger comes out.
I want
Just
like,
assuming that's where Penny was.
Yeah.
I want to emphasize that like Maeve has been avoiding everyone except Penny's like super hard to get rid of. So like Penny's probably been sticking to her like glue, but everyone else like you occasionally see her walking in the apartment. If you'll like catch her in the corner of your eye, like she'll see you and then she'll just immediately walk away.
Yeah, I
like,
noticed
walk back
that
to her
real
room.
quick. I leave coffee outside her like room, I guess.
But she doesn't notice because Chuck drinks it.
Of course. Also I want to go shopping with Christine.
We'll have to do that later because I'm not seeing anyone.
Oh, fuck's sake.
That's antisocial.
Wow, we all
God damn it!
This is one of the bands breaking up.
Y'all need therapy.
You know what? This could be the moment where our crew theme got changed, so it definitely makes sense.
Okay, so what was your mechanically? What were you gonna do?
Yeah, it was gonna be talking with my sister, so it was gonna be working on my
secret pain.
It's gonna be working on my logos, but yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, no,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can do that
your
too.
logos. That's right.
All right. Well, good. You can give attention to your logos then. Is that? Let's see. Yeah. So you told everybody what you did. Now you can mark attention on that theme. Thank you. Next up, we have Christine.
I would like to work on my secret pain.
Okay.
And
how do you do it?
Yes, can we roleplay this out?
Sure.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So I had just left my therapist's office, and because I have money, I like order a session every day. She's like, really? Like, am I have to get do I have to find the time? And I was like, I would like quadruple the fee. Like, let's go. like hashtag good insurance, hashtag rich, hashtag privilege. But I had just walked out of the therapist's office, and I decided to, like, I got home and I was like, my therapist has just told me that it's not my fault that my parents abandoned me, that it was not on me. And with whatever's happening right now with the group, it is not the group. It is not my fault. Like, group and people disbanded all the time and people drift apart. Like, and even though I can play a part, it is never my fault alone. Like, I'm not the monster. And I think that's that's resonating very well with me. So I'm like totally like record myself to my parents, and it's a short one. In it I go, Mom, Dad, first of all, please stop sending more money into my bank account whenever I reach out to you. It's not to ask for money. I made money now, so I have been making money. I mean, you would know if you see my millions view YouTube channel, but I mean, undisclosed streaming channel. And you would also know that I turned that down to try and be a better person. But I can still have a lot of money. Like, I still invest in stuff like that. Trust me, I got it. But you know what I don't get was why you let me what I did wrong for you to be so afraid of me. And honestly, today I learned something from somebody who I like overpaid to hear like my problem, which is like, what a waste of money. Like, if you didn't inflict this abandonment on me, like, just so you know, this is your fault, not that you care, that because money means nothing to you. But she told me that I'm not the problem. And you know what? This is me telling you that whatever it is that broke our family apart, and whatever it was that made you leave me, was not my fault. You go and you sort that out in therapy, because I am done being your monster.
That was good.
That was really good. I felt
Can't
that.
wait for the
Vivian
response.
Felt that.
So what are you doing mechanically there? Is that secret pain?
Yes, secret
All
thing.
right, so take 2 pips for that one. That was well
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you
So-
for that. Thank you.
Thank you. So
Is-
2 heal and then drop it down to
You
5.
You have to if you drop down to 5, so it's you each for the wounded, the way that I remembered when we talked about it a lot. It's like every single pip you go down. Once you hit like the next number, so like from 6 to 5, then you go to healed 2. And then it's healed
Right.
3, because they don't actually go in opposite directions the same way. So once you hit wounded 4, you'll hit healed 3 instead, that kind of stuff. And then it that's how I
Gotcha. So what do I do now? Like, do I drop down to wounded 5 and heal 1, or?
What
Are you
on?
at 6 full, or are you at 6?
Yeah, I'm at full. I haven't worked on.
Okay.
It's
Then 1 pip.
1 pip.
Yeah.
So it's that one of the
So
little
5.4.
5.4.
Okay. I'm like, oh my goodness. Honestly, that was so therapeutic. Maybe Diane is worth her money after all. Like, I'm totally going to tweet about this. I mean, not tweet. Put on unspecified social media that has.
Can I have Diane's number perhaps, because I need to kind of group send it in the group chat, I think.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Diane is really expensive. Like, I have private insurance, so
Okay.
I would recommend. I would, but
Yeah, didn't
I'm not
think that.
saying you can't afford it. But I'm also thinking that you might want to eat.
Tune in next week where Christine's been disallowed from her inheritance.
I mean, my therapist was a homeless man at a bus stop, so who am I to say? I don't know.
Hey,
Oh, I
you
know
you
that
get
guy.
what you can
He's a
pay
great guy.
for.
Yeah, Frankie.
Yeah.
You know, in the city, a
Frankie and Boyle.
therapist who's a homeless person at a bus stop might be the smartest and best therapist you ever run across. You never know what you're going to meet in the city.
The guy that says
I paid him to be my chef.
Yeah. All right. So shall we take our break? And then when we come back, you can decide whether or not you want to delve into the dungeon, as it were.
And the polls that's coming in, 75% of people say, go evil, Maeve.
It's not going evil. I didn't see. This is another part of the problem. Karsh does this, and Maeve is mad at Karsh too, because Karsh is pushing the idea that Maeve is a drug addict using crazy person, and she's not.
We'll see.
Yeah, but that's Chuck's understanding, though, isn't it?
PvP IRL.
It was a simple poll. It was a yes or no. That's all it was. But anyway, we'll be back shortly. It's been emotional. It's been weird, and it's been argumentative. And Kel's been hiding from people, even though, yeah.
Oh, Kel's been trying to talk to us. Everyone else.
But at the same time,
you've been hiding from me.
Hiding. Well, yeah, I did that too. Either way, we'll be back shortly. Stick around, and we'll continue with we'll start actually the Alchemist when we get back, I'm sure.
Well, you never know what's going to happen with this crew, but yes.
Well, yeah, we could go totally sideways and just do more feels. A whole session without any more rolls. Who knows? We'll be back soon. See ya.
Hello. Is it me? We're back. We took our break. Go ahead, Karsh. You want to say anything?
No, I was just saying hello.
Oh, welcome back. So our crew has finished their downtime move. We're back. Welcome back to the city, everybody, by the way. Would you like to, let me ask the crew, since I keep suggesting and pushing you to go to this manor house, this mysterious mystery house, would you like to just go there, or is there any other last minute preparations that you need to take? And if so, what are they?
If it was last minute preparations, Penny would be there for hours and I could be talking about it for hours. So I say we just skip ahead a bit.
You arrive. You don't have to go very far from the university. You already know the name of this particular large mansion. It is the Cancelier House. Manor. Cancelier Manor. It has a large perimeter and it's got some grounds. When you arrive outside, let's say you make a nice stroll. You don't even take a car there because it's just outside the university near the historical society, which beckons Mavis perhaps in a future moment. But you take a moment to walk around the grounds before you approach the front of it. The Cancelier Manor seems abandoned, but perhaps this is by design. Ivy covers the rusty wrought iron gate, which may have once been gilded, coiling around its lock as if it does not want to let you in. A private road that has seen better days snakes into the thicket behind the trees, which in turn huddle tightly over it, protecting the privacy of the grounds beyond. It's like the mansion is keeping something to itself, a secret it will not willingly share. As you make your way around the grounds, you see that these vines cover this large stone wall that surrounds the entire grounds. You can see, by the way, you notice this is one of the fancier areas of the city, and there seems to be more police activity, perhaps for protection from the city's more well-to-do residents. You also notice there are more than an average number of people walking around the manor that seem to be not necessarily there. They seem to be there perhaps for their own reasons, or they're not just happening by. There seems to be more activity outside of this house than you might otherwise have expected from something that looks so abandoned. What do you do?
We gonna go in that or?
Got a phone call I need to take. 1 second, Karen.
So why are we here? What was the evidence that brought us to here?
That sad about said something about this manor.
So the lady who got kidnapped and died said this is the center. If you want to save these people, if you want no more people like me, this manor house is the center of the operation. She wasn't able to describe to you what the operation was all about. She knew it had something to do with chemicals, alchemicals, and trying to the God King, who you learned of from the cult, is trying to seek eternal life. He lurks in the recesses of the mansion, continuing to try to perfect his recipe.
Right.
So if you want to stop the killings or whatever's going on, this is the place to go. Or you can just forget it and go home.
What's our plan?
We haven't. I'm sorry, go.
Oh, we haven't talked much about anything. So,
here's what I will also permit you to do. If you would like, we can also use the heist rules with respect to this particular dungeon crawl. So if you can flash back to some sort of preparations you've made, and I will say that I reserve the right to end the heist rules, because at some point you're going to be in so deep that you wouldn't have been able to prepare for it. But for now, you can
Chuck's there with his duffel bag.
I know we made preparations and everything, but I don't think we'd talk about what to do first.
The game plan. Well, we could always just walk through the front door, but knowing
the gate's all sealed up.
Yeah, there's no. There is a front door, of course. There's a gate. There's a main gate, and then as you sort of, you happen to know from your recon that there's other smaller gates.
Well, yeah, I guess it's. Do we want to go guns blazing, or do we want to sneak in?
You mean?
Hey Frank, do you want to buy a gate? How do you think the car will go through it? If you get enough speed?
We don't want to wreck the car. We just got it.
Do you think
you
my
get
name
a
is
whiff
Frank?
of some unpleasant smell?
Why don't we just leave it? I mean, if we're gonna be honest, we killed Esther Monahan, and there's still people dying in the city. I mean, it feels like we're just kind of barking up the wrong tree.
I feel like it's a lead, though. We might as well follow it just in case. There could be more people in trouble in this mansion.
We don't have many better leads, to be honest, anyway. So we may as well start here. And we are trying to help people.
Nobody says you have to go into this manor house. Keep in mind.
Fourth wall is pushing us. We have to. Okay.
but that's lady who passed away already. Tragic. Said that there's more people kidnapped here, so we might want to try and save people, right?
Yeah, I agree. Do we want to go the overt way and literally knock on the door, or is there a back way? We can just climb a gate. It's a gate.
Oh, the gates is not a problem. I can take care of the gate.
There's you notice, you sort of walk around the gate. You do notice there's CCTV cameras.
Shit.
At least, perhaps other types of security. And the people that are walking around start to look You sort of see that they're walking around in a pattern. They do seem to be private security, perhaps.
Private
Are
security.
we already on camera already?
Not if you don't want to be.
Oh.
I'm just letting you know that you happen to notice. And also, I'll tell you this. Your senses tingle with the feeling of the legendary. This space has been warded against folks like you snooping around. So I'm going to give the perimeter there the status of warded 1.
Christ.
The warded, is it similar to the runes that were in the subway that were warding the other area?
No. Oh no, wait, I take it back. There are well, yeah, okay. Shh, I'm giving you free information. God damn it. Okay,
I would like to roll investigate to find if they are the same.
Here's what you see. I'm gonna see it for free. God damn it. You do see some of the warding. You see some of the symbology, but not all of it. Maybe about a fourth of it.
Kel,
What's
can
up?
you like do something about those camera? I mean, I'm quite recognizable and photogenic.
Oh, you did it. Thank you. Look at this. We got tracking cards now.
I work in shadows and nightmares.
Have you ever decided to work on TV?
How long were you working on that line?
You
Be
do
honest.
children's presentation.
You're hilarious. A couple of days. Thank you very much. It's accurate.
It worked really well. It gave me goosebumps.
Thank you.
The stone wall around the building is about 12 feet high, 6 feet wide. It is massive. It seems like breaking through that might be difficult.
I could put tape over the cameras.
So you said it's warded. Does it seem like it's like magical?
Oh yes, certainly. With the rotten stench.
So I decided not to go with another personality theme. Because
Okay.
I feel like the conversation that we had really pushed. Maeve was like, "Nah, you know what? Like, whatever. I don't need this."
I couldn't drag you back then. That's a shame.
It's not that you didn't drag me back. It's just that I don't think I want to go back just yet. So unfortunately, it doesn't matter what you could have said. Because Vivian already made this card, so Vivian's gonna use this card. That was but also because I don't think another personality thing would make sense. Like Maeve was already like, I'm a good person and I like people. Like, what is she gonna be? I fucking hate people now. Like, they also don't need me as a social character anymore. So, anyways, logistically, it doesn't make any sense. So, Maeve, so it's magical, right? It's like warded by magic and whatnot.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been testing out a few things, ever since the other day, like a week ago. So like, I'm pretty sure I could get through this. But like, do we have a plan once we get past the wall?
Good question.
So you're facing warding, you're facing the wall, and there is a thicket of vines that bristle in the wind ever so slightly.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with the warding, but only if anyone else has a plan after I deal with the warding. I'm not just gonna deal with the warding and then no one has any plans.
I mean, if
those vines grow toward you or not, I don't think they do.
If you want to like go in bubble blazing, I can make sure those bubble make people pass out, but not.
No, it's not bubbles. It's something new.
I don't think we should resort to immediately jumping into the lion's nest, because this is some very powerful person of great alchemical beings. Like, he's got wards on the freaking gate, and that brambly bush keeps moving in a really weird way.
On the wind, you hear somebody laughing. Ha ha ha! I am so near the solution, and then I will have all the power.
What the fuck?
Actually, though, if we want to deal with the ward or whatever, I can maybe ask, like, the trees, like, what's up with this place and everything. The roots run pretty deep.
That's pretty good.
That's a good idea.
Speak to trees. Yeah, good idea.
If we like those people look like guards. Are you able to, if we encounter them, or if they spot us, are you able to have them forget us?
I can.
The problem is not them. We could totally take them out anyway, right? But the problem is that this place is warded, and so we don't know if our magic is going to work on the other side.
I think
It's safe to assume it will alert whoever, especially anyone with magic, is inside. If we were to mess or tinker with what's happening on the outside, then for sure going to know.
What time of day did you come here? It's daytime, right?
If we can have some cover, I can at least ask the plan first before we do anything else.
I mean, I could probably bring us a rainy day.
It's a little
That'd be
chilly
helpful.
out.
You can do that?
Well, I have a picture of a rainy day, and I've been experimenting with taking the essence of pictures and ejecting it into the world. I don't see why I can't
Ooh,
bring a little rain cloud in.
that's cool.
That would be lovely.
I'm not sure what we do after that, though.
But it's always
Like-
raining.
I don't think
Why would
we'll
you
ever know what we do until we do it.
Yeah, well, at least we can ask the plan. Also, it's gonna ruin my outfit, but it's fine. I no longer care about the outfit.
Do you
It's
just want
okay,
cloud
you
cover
look
instead of
pretty
rain?
No matter what.
You see the vine kind of grow a little bit and bristle in the wind, almost like a finger.
All right,
Just-
fine.
just
I pick up a stone and lob it at the vine. Does that help?
The vine catches it and throws it back at you. I'm just kidding.
Just okay. So I can take down the ward. You guys can create some kind of rainstorm. Oh, here, Christine. And she'll like hand you her like leather jacket, like it just put it on you, and she's like, it has a hood, like it's stuffed in the. She kind of pulls there's like, you guys, this is the first time you've seen her really take it off, like actually seeing the inside. And so there's like literally a hood tucked inside. And she like pulls it and like gives it to you.
As-
she's like, here, you can...
As Maeve does that, I whisper quickly that I trust you. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm over it. Let's just get this over with so I can go home and sleep.
It's that you notice that Chuck isn't wearing his varsity jacket.
Hmm.
I feel like this crew doesn't.
I wanted to bring it up, but at the same time, there's just so much else happening right in front of our face.
Because that's something he's
Man,
offered to Christine before.
I don't care about this guy. Like, who cares what he
Kill this
does?
guy in like 2 seconds.
I care what Chuck does.
God, there's this Armand Kai. Who cares about this?
Pendy,
We got other
Penny,
stuff going on.
you ready?
Very teenager.
I'm ready, but why do you want the clouds?
Oh, I just, camera.
No.
The camera.
Babe, the cameras. It'll be darker.
Yeah, no, I get that, but if the cameras are like somewhat worse than the camera I've got on my hand, the light change isn't going to make much of a difference.
Well, if it's
if you want to
raining-
block the cameras, do you want to do something that actually might work? Like maybe
Yeah,
get
like
fog?
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just say so?
I did. That's why I asked what you wanted to do.
I
wanted to
don't know.
chastise
I
you.
am not used to leading.
Babe,
I'm
don't-
sorry.
don't
It's been a hell of a week.
There's a few
Okay,
security
you're right.
guards coming around the corner.
Okay.
Few.
Well, I can't really control the fog once it's out, so
A
we haven't
handful,
got
I
to
should
much
say.
either.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Guys, are we
Let's just do
being
something.
quiet or are we being loud? Because I could
Well,
go
I'm
filter
assuming-
those clouds.
I'm
or-
assuming we're in the car outside of the area talking, trying not to be obvious.
I don't think we should just buy a gate.
I mean, I said you walked there, but you can change that. I just
Yeah,
I
no,
made it up on the
yeah.
spot. Okay,
Round
so
the
you're
corner.
in the
Let's just-
car.
Let's
What-
just do it.
You're in the
Let's
car,
just
and that's
do it.
fine. Let's just say you're in the car. That's better anyway.
Right, Penny?
What car?
Are we treating this like a heist, or
Is
are we
it the
treating
car
this
of
like
evil?
It's like a van.
It's a
game
hearse.
question? Are we treating this like a heist, or are we treating
Yes,
this
for now.
like something-
Until I
Yes,
say.
yes.
Then we
the
just
other-
go in. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Penny, you ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
do I need to say a magic word? Do you reckon that'll make it better? Babe.
Makes
You know
feel
magic.
better.
Okay,
I know magic.
No, this is like, I don't know what this is. Anyway, just gonna do it.
There's a good word that you should use. You should use corpe meo purificacto absolutus iro.
Dices rollers. What dice do you want me to roll? I feel like
you say those words, I'll give you a +1. Says
I would
something
like
on
to roll
the
change the game to help someone else's roll to give them a +1 because I think
Fair
that's what
enough.
we're trying to do.
Fair enough. Therefore, the
Already have
warding will not count.
When empower tags materialize image, the before and after, because literally
A smell
and after.
wafts of something putrid. Some fancy mansion this is, you say to yourself.
And my own type of eccentric, because this is weird. And change the game.
Great success. Terrific. I'm so
Yay.
excited. What would you like to do with your great success?
Well, I was trying to give a help point to, I believe, Christine, who wanted to do something.
You can give
Well-
Christine a story tag.
Yeah, you got to describe.
Yeah. So you
Then I would love to do that.
Okay, well, describe what it is you're doing now.
I would love to, given the
Okay,
opportunity.
all right,
Okay, so right. Using the fog to actually blind the cameras, we're going to be doing that. And we're also going to be
Okay.
using the fog as a way of disrupting the guard's pattern by blocking certain areas of more dense fog than others. So we have a
Alright.
clearer line of sight, but the guards during their movements would be more blocked by vision by stronger areas of
Alright.
fog. So essentially
Alright.
just directing the fog in that direction.
So,
As
are you
you-
going to do fog? Do you want it to last more than one roll? Do you want it to do you want to make it ongoing, or do you just want to make foggy 2? So you can do foggy 2 scaled up, right, for one roll, or you do foggy 1 scaled
you
up
could-
and ongoing.
You could technically do foggy, like the foggy story tag, or you could do foggy, scale it up to affect more enemies, and then prolong the effect, which is 3.
That's what I
Do
was
we
planning
want
to
to?
do, yeah.
Do we want to try and hide the effect
All right.
too, or no?
Oh, no, I don't think it really.
Okay, I mean
so
that's
trying
fine.
to affect the
That's-
cameras and the guys, so it's multiple things, and then
Okay.
scaling up the length.
You're
Yeah,
gonna know
please.
something's wrong if a fog rolls in randomly like this.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you talking
Well, there's
about?
fog everywhere all the time.
What are you talking about? Legendary powers do not, are still obscured to the best of your knowledge to these ordinary guards.
Are they ordinary?
Well,
I
you can hide the effect if you would like.
No, it's just fog coming out of a picture. There's nothing
Alright.
magical about it. It's just fog.
sure.
Alright, so you have-
Sure,
you have
sure, that- I'll
fog
take
that's
that.
ongoing. I don't know how to put words in this thing. I can't make it work. I'm a fucking idiot.
No, you're not.
Great.
So
Yeah,
taking advantage of the fog, I like to
Oh, wait.
rush out and change the game to bring life, or not bring life, but bring the ability to communicate to the vine, to the plants inside the mansion.
You want to do what now?
I want to touch the vine or the plant or the brush, branches, whatever.
Okay.
And by touching it, I'm changing it into like a mouth. Like having like the plant has a mouth so it can tell me like what like what's up with the
So,
mansion.
so as you reach to touch the vine, you notice that the vine wants to stay asleep. And if you touch it, it will become aware of your presence, and it will not like that. As a matter of fact, when this vine, which you could also refer to as some form of a briar, it is I am allowed to make one hard move as an intrusion, before you're able to actually act on what you're doing.
Mhm.
Because the vine is viney. Are you, by the way, a king, prince, or knight?
I'm a princess, I like to think.
Okay. The vine says nothing.
I wonder what this means for us. Why does it matter for royalty?
This is the second time this has been brought up.
That's
No,
weird, isn't it?
Christine might have been homecoming queen, right? I mean,
It's
she's-
only good. Well, okay, so like if your mythos is anybody's mythos a king, prince, or knight? It's only going to be a
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. So you feel a familiarity, almost as if the vine won't be so upset at you. It'll
Okay.
be slightly upset, but a little less upset. It
We're-
seems to
we're-
like royalty.
Where we've talked about Chuck's one a little bit in kind of night.
Mhm,
Well,
you
right.
have.
So that's why I'm asking if you want to allow
But-
your
but either-
knightly essence to come forth with your interaction with this
Oh.
vibe.
I say we dispatch the knight. Yes,
but
very
either
kindly.
way, Chuck pulls out something out of his duffel bag, or we could just use this and flash back to him going back home, filling up his duffel bag full of stuff, including stuff from the shed,
Mavis.
as he's pulling out a chainsaw.
Okay, all right, hold
not
on, you
weed
can do that.
killer?
Hold on. We'll get to that in a second. That's not a terrible idea. Okay, Mavis.
Okay. Did you say do princesses count?
Not really, for some reason, but you know.
What a misogynist wall, but I was thinking of
Yeah,
that
it's a
vine.
misogynist vine. It doesn't
You know
like
that-
princesses.
You know that vine? Do you guys know that vine, the video vine from the old app that was TikTok and not and Musically and isn't anymore? And it was like, and what was
Yeah.
her sister? Oh, a princess. You're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
Bro.
Literally, that's what I was thinking when you said, "Is there any royalty here?" I was like, I'm kind of a princess. Like if we take that vine as canon.
They are the creators of Wizard of Oz, so I think it's canon.
It gets a little bit thicker
Yeah.
when you talk about the when you talk about your princessly history.
I'm kidding. I don't. I just thought it was funny. I was thinking about it. It was pretty funny. I'm sorry.
Could I try to change the game or go toe to toe with this vine?
What would you like to do? So in this game, City of Mist, for those of you watching, people have to describe what they do before they tell me, before they ask if I want to roll. Because otherwise I don't know what you're going to do, or I don't know what the right thing is.
I like to touch the vine and use my ability to turn it into to make it recede back.
Okay. Okay. Now,
basically
keep in
making
mind-
it fall.
Keep in mind, I'm going to do a hard move on you before you're able to do that. Is that okay? Are you?
Yeah,
are you-
I'll take it.
So as your hand approaches the vine, it grows in thickness and engulfs your arm faster than you could imagine. It kind of pulls you more toward the wall. You're going to take Tangled 3, unless you can tell me why you're going to face danger or how you're going to avoid being tangled.
I
And it's
can...
it's a little bit it's a little, it doesn't it smells like green freshness, but when you smell the green freshness, you feel you dare smell something foul in the air.
Oh, so you are a lie. Oh, then I'm gonna face danger.
Okay,
You're-
but what are you gonna do? How are you going to face danger?
This is a lie. As soon as I recognize that, like, from the green smell, there's something foul, I recognize that this is in my domain. I am...
Lie. Oh, okay.
Yes. And because it is a lie, it has to obey me. I will flip that. If it is a lie, I can easily...
What?
If it is a lie, I can easily band it, and I will go, no. You lie about who you are. So if that's the case, either you say a plan, or you rot like the little mooch that you are. And I'm going to
Trying to
face
change-
danger to use
Alright,
my
alright,
delusion
okay.
ability.
But it's not a liar. I'm gonna let you do this, but it's not lying to you.
No, it's a briar.
It's not
It's
lying.
lying.
So
Right.
it's
Oh.
it's not rotting like the smell brought.
No, like like you smell the vine because it smells like a vine. It smells like you're like is that alive? No, it smells like a vine. It smells like I don't know, almost like a stalk of something. But when you smell the smell, it's there's something rotten in the air surrounding it.
Oh,
But you
so
can
it's
smell
not
it.
coming from that.
No.
It's coming from the.
It's coming from
something
around.
else.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, then I'll lie to it.
And a breeze flows through it.
I'm gonna lie to it. It's so I have a sense that like this is touching me and attacking me because I'm not a knight or a prince, right? Like for some reason.
You don't know anything about that. That's just me asking you, so it doesn't react to you. Like you wouldn't know,
Okay.
that it only it's a little bit nicer to you if you're a prince or a knight.
I'm not.
That's just my like failure to like hide secrets.
I will just take Tango 3. I'll just take.
Okay,
Tango
you can
3
roll
then.
flat. Roll flat. If you want to be like, I pull my hand back and roll flat, you can do that.
Sure.
And if you miss,
I'll
it's
do
not
that.
going to cost you anything. This is like a free roll, essentially. There's no hard move if you miss on a face danger. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
miss.
then you take Tangled 3.
Does Chuck have the
And now
thing?
you can do your go toe-to-toe if you'd like. Now that you're
Yes.
Tangled 3.
I would.
You see this vine go, and it pulls her against the wall, almost the large stone wall. And it gets thicker. And then it settles down a little bit.
I want to know what Chuck's reaction is to that, as he has the chainsaw.
I've got to wait for this, but
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go toe to toe.
Okay.
Touch up delusions, whimsify object function, and
Yeah,
alter.
but what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to the vine? Tell me what you're doing to the vine.
Once I touched, the vine touched me. I didn't touch
Okay.
it because it's pulling me in.
Yes. It's tangling you.
I would like to turn it into. I like to turn it into ropes instead of vine, because that's what people make ropes out of, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you that.
So this wall will be covered with ropes instead of vine, meaning that it's meaning that I'm taking away its agency, by the way, because it's just becoming an object.
Okay.
So touch up delusion, whimsify object function, and alter existing physical property are the tag I'm going to use
Okay.
to go toe to toe with this.
Apply warded 1, and I think you're good.
I have what if you want to whimsify it? What if you turn it into like a giant gummy worm?
I was thinking licorice
The
ropes.
same for licorice, yeah.
Yeah. Turn into
So-
candy instead.
I like the idea that you're taking away its sentience, though, because when you say you're going to turn it into ropes, I thought, is that better? Moving ropes or moving vines? But no, this is pretty good.
Yeah, vine is just rope that's not being used. And I don't think it's a believable rationale here, so I'm going to invoke that own weakness.
Okay.
Because, why would the vine turn into... I mean, they are ropes, but is it that believable that they just suddenly turn into straight up rope, like no longer living creatures?
All right. That sounds fine. I'm with you.
And then does the story tag that Penny create helps me here? The foggy?
No.
No, okay. Miss.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so here's what happens. Well, no, actually, okay, it's not gonna be that bad. Here's what happens. You get pulled into the vine even more, and you feel it brush against your skin, almost prickly, and you take drowsy too. Unless you can face it around it. You're getting sleepy and entangled.
It's that kind of thing.
Maybe we should go home. Maybe this is I don't know why we're going after Armand Kai anyway.
Are
Screw
there
that guy.
flowers on it? Just a weird question, but are there are there any flowers on this wall?
flowers?
Yeah.
Should there be flowers? You tell me.
No. I'm thinking because like Maeve and her whole myth, like just thinking about poppies.
Oh, there's no specifically noticeable flowers. It's just, there's shrubbery. It's totally overgrown. It looks abandoned. It's probably not, of course, because there's security force and extra police, but it does have that abandoned feel. And the vine grows thicker.
Gabby, do you want to face danger against the drowsy?
Yeah, I like to face danger against the drowsy.
Okay. How are you doing it? Describe your actions.
As soon as it pricks me, it reminds me of a fairy tale of a princess that gets pricked and then fall asleep.
What are you talking about? I've never heard of anything like that. All right, fine.
And so, if that's the case, then the princess doesn't. The person that doesn't fall asleep in the whole kingdom was the knight, the prince.
Yeah, right, huh?
So I would like to use my illusory appearance to turn myself into a knight.
Oh, all right.
Who said
good.
that I
Awesome
cannot be
face.
a woman and a knight?
Yes. Awesome face danger. Good. I love it. Okay, that's not even a fake one. So yeah, okay, good. I almost want to give it to you for free for that one, but I won't. Roll face danger.
But I won't.
Yeah.
So let's see if I
respect
can
it.
invoke something else.
I respect
I have
the
illusory. I have an illusory appearance here. But I am impaired sense. I don't think the vine is, and I don't think it's responds to my beguiling smile. So just
No, it doesn't care about that.
Do you have anything to like keep yourself awake? Any of your tags that could keep you awake?
Keep myself awake.
Yeah, that's also what you could be facing danger to as well.
Also, we got a subscription, so you have a chat point pointing it out
Ooh, nice.
Oh, okay. I like to use that
Okay,
one
like
chat.
from before.
I don't see it come in. Oh, here
From
we go.
before.
Oh, I see.
Did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we got a sub, which means everyone gets +1, right?
No, we didn't.
I got.
Was that not a sub?
one.
I do not see one. I see a follow.
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
That's okay. I'm just gonna roll straight up a +1 here.
Okay.
And it's fine. Face danger.
Roll +1. Okay, you take no status because you take the. Oh no, you take a. Instead of drowsy 2, you'll take sleepy 1.
Meanwhile,
Slightly
flashbacking.
Okay, you want the would you like the spotlight, Chuck?
Well, as I was saying before that was happening,
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
was flashbacking to going through.
Got a chainsaw.
Well, going through his garage back in his parents' place. Well, everyone's mowed and cleaned up the place. There's still stuff around, and so it's like, oh, that might be useful, and just puts a chainsaw into his backpack. Don't know if it works. Let's see.
All right. Okay, so we'll
change the game.
Yeah.
I've got nothing, so I'm going to use a chat point. So thank you, chat, for that one previously. That would have been a few weeks ago, but thank you anyway. And this is why we use chat points. Yeah. I've got a flat roll, so that's pretty much it. +1 to change the game. To see if I can get a chainsaw. Which...
You did not.
I did, but the ripcord is like doesn't have the hand bit at the end. So I can't actually use the bugger.
Well, you tested it and you pulled the and you pulled so hard it went and it cut you a little bit and then it went off. So take what would you like to do? How would you like to cause that to result in a change? So like one thing I could do, there's actually a move related to this that I might do is that if you miss a flashback move, I could say
no more flashbacks for me.
No more flashbacks for anybody until you pass through this wall. Like you showed up planning to use the chainsaw, and so you just tried to start it right now, and it broke off. And so now you don't know what to do. So you have no more flashbacks until you get past the wall. That's the hard move.
Okay. Either way, I'm going to
Mavis.
try to blindly protect the quarterback unless Maeve's going to stop me.
Mavis, you have something?
Before anyone can come closer, I go. It's make you sleepy. It's like sleeping. You can say a sleeping princess. We need
That's
a
okay.
night.
Your night protector will save you as I try to pull.
Yes, it will get chopped out by a night. Only a word prince on night might cut it down.
I willingly facing danger to try to pull Christine out of the entanglement.
You're going toe to toe.
Going toe to toe?
Actually, yeah, you're going toe to toe. I'm not going to let you pull her out unless you somehow can reduce the tangled status through go toe to toe, and then potentially take the risk of getting tangled yourself because you got to go in there and the vine blows in the wind because it's not alive. This is all just who knows how this happened. It is getting thicker though. It's almost like fingers.
Even against the night?
Oh, it seems like it kind of pets your head. It kind of pats your head a little bit.
Okay, that's kind
You
of
feel
disturbing.
like it will. You feel like any status will automatically be reduced by 1.
Just say
Because of
knee
the
a bunch of
nightly
times. I think that
wave.
might help.
You feel like it's not. It'll be a little bit mean, but the status will be reduced by 1. Whatever. It gives you.
So I don't have much anymore. So I'm just gonna.
The hard or the custom move name is not Prince Charming again.
Hey, Chuck,
yep.
take a help point. As I go, oh, thank you. You are my knight. And
Wow, that feels weird.
yeah, I just go with it. You have my knight in not shiny varsity armor. Please chop this down.
And I'm doing my weakness, protecting the quarterback. Because that's what he's doing. Face
you
danger.
want to use the crew?
So no,
crew
it's
team
you're going toe to toe with the vine, and it comes toward you, and it says, sort of pets you.
Oh yeah, and got each other's back. I'll use that too. What is it? It's face.
And you smell the fresh smell of greenery, but the putrid air enters your nose.
It's going toe to toe, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm going to face danger from this, I'm sure. Inhuman strength, disable security.
Wow.
Tackling, if you let me.
What are you doing there with your power of 4? What is all this stuff? Disable security systems. That doesn't count.
It is a security system, so I'm trying to disable the security system, which is trying to.
All right, fine. Whatever you want. Specialty is tackling. Oh, God.
I'm grabbing her and pulling her out.
All right, okay.
I also rolled like.
Sure, it's fine. It's fine.
But
You have a 13 anyway, so I'm not going to cry too hard.
And do I still have to face danger?
Yeah. I mean, this is.
I thought I did.
Okay, so. Did you take one off rewarded?
I did not, so that would be 13. Sorry.
All right, so you have a 3.
So 12 and 3 power.
Okay, power of 3 and okay, so then what you're gonna what is the status you're gonna give it? Or like so here's what I'll here is what I'll let you do. You can you can achieve your goal by pulling Christine out, or you can give the vine a status of 3, or you can block, dodge, or counter their best attempts.
I think this the whole thing is just pulling Christine out.
Okay.
So if that means any status is reduced, yeah, and he's not block dodging any statuses.
Okay, so what I'll say is then Christine can eliminate the tangled 3, but then you might get caught by the vine as well.
Yep.
So you're facing tangled 3 now.
Yep.
And if you face danger and succeed, then you will be free of the vine.
Mm-hmm. And I can't use anything exceptional from that. But my armor cannot be pierced. I summon my protective shield. I have knightly constitution.
add a help point if I'm allowed to at this stage
All right.
by grabbing him and trying to pull him out as
Yeah,
he
that's
pulls her
okay.
out.
I'm accustomed to dodging out of the way, and I'm intangible.
Yes.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right. That's fine. You're
Um,
not going to take a status, clearly.
But at some point, I've also lost the manual to what I'm doing, so I don't really know how to activate my powers.
Okay. I see what I'm going to have to do with you people. I'm going to have to start
Very
stacking.
narrowly, I'm able to do this. So just give me this. Also,
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. This is fine. This is all legit.
also, I have this as well, which I'm going to put into chat. There's more to it, but you sacrifice.
Yeah.
So if I do well, I give everybody well on this.
You can always choose. Okay, that's fine.
There you go.
So you take no status. You fend off the attack and you're free of the vine. Christine is only a little bit sleepy, and that's all. Okay, so who would like to go next? Thank you, Chuck.
What I do.
So that
are you
was
doing?
dangerous. Let's not touch the vine or the, whatever that is. Shrubbery, I guess.
If only we had
All
a
right, Penny,
chainsaw
you've got
which
the
worked.
spotlight. Penny or Kel? I feel like Kel hasn't
I
gone.
think Kel, yeah, please do.
All right, Kel, what do you do? The spotlight is on you.
Fantastic. I wish I knew what I was doing.
You don't have to do anything.
Don't have to.
There was that thing with the tree, right? Is that what we were doing? I don't know.
You
man.
see the handful of security guards say, "Hey, you kids, get out of here!"
Hey,
And
I'm gonna talk with the security guard.
Okay, you want to talk to security guards? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. They stop.
can I
Hey, how's it going? My name is Frankie Daly, and I was just wondering, what the deal
Did you want
is
to
with this
interject something
mansion.
Chuck, before quickly?
I just wanted to unburn I got each other's back.
Oh, okay.
Because we can do that.
You see, two middle-aged looking kind of detective guys. They're dressed in they sort of look like a little bit like Holiday. They've got like the top hats or whatever. They sort of
Like a whole top hat?
yeah. Well, sorry, not a top hat. Like a fedora. Like milady. No. They say this is private property. You should be moving along here.
Well, I know it's private property. I mean, but between you and me, security guard to security guard, this is pretty, what's the deal here? How'd you get this job? How do I get an in? I just got fired from my last one for being too good at it. So,
I'm going to tell you before you roll, they're going to take a status of loyal 4.
great.
They're going to be tough to convince. They're only really there to try to get you to move. If you don't move, you might have to deal with them. Now, having said that, you could interact with them. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Will you allow Kel to sneak away using sneak around to not be caught by them at all?
I think he's trying to distract them from them catching us because they already see us by the gate.
Okay.
And by the vines, so.
+1 from Dr. Oblong for Kelly.
Aha!
Oh, really?
Here's what I'll tell you is they're walking kind of fast. They're not gonna. They just want you to move. They're gonna. They sort of kept walking. They tried to walk away from you. When you try to talk to them, they just want to tell you to move, and you get the sense they'll come back later, or there'll be some security come back later. You get a sense that this is a soft move, is what I'm saying. You get a sense that the MC is trying to make a soft move.
You get the sense that maybe they want us to hurry the fuck up. Okay.
Yeah. They're not paying. There's a lot of kids that come around. College kids that try to screw around. They don't know that you're Scooby-Doo club or anything. So you haven't necessarily raised their suspicious level in any respect. And they're like, this fog is weird, huh? It never gets fog.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Yeah, kind of strange, but what are you gonna do?
So you can't tell me anything, man. I want to be you. I want to have your life. I want to be a security guard for.
Or you could roll investigate if you'd like. but you'll be facing a loyal 4 status that will make it difficult to succeed. But you can of course.
Does it help that I
give it
had
a
like
try.
some sort of criminal background and that I do like
If
know
there's
what
a
it's
tag
like
based on it,
in the biz?
if there's a tag, yes, you have based on it. It'll help by 1.
In the biz.
In the biz. I'm very
The good
popular in
news
the
is
biz.
the
I know everyone.
warding won't count against you.
I have 1 criminal activity. This counts.
Mavis notices a hint of the legendary among
Reason
these
to live.
guards.
Oh, really? That's
Are they
okay.
riffs?
Nope.
No.
They got the hats though.
They have hats?
Well, they're
We got
not.
the
They have
fedora.
hats.
They're not those kind of fedoras. They're more like PI style.
Am I making
Oh.
a spectacle? Does this count as a spectacle?
Spectacle? I don't think you want to make a spectacle.
Okay, I won't count that one then. I have 1. Investigate was it?
Here we
Well, okay, but you're getting a -4 because they're loyal.
You're actually getting a -5. No, I'm kidding.
Cool.
Because I'm hitting a hurt point. No, I'm kidding. I don't.
All right. So if you want to roll, you're going to roll with a total -3.
Can I give Kel a help point and invoke our crew thing to make it a double so that she has
So you have a
2?
-1 only then.
The -1.
Yeah.
Better than minus.
Okay. As help, I would just like to nudge her and say, and look at the badge. That's their company. Reference that.
Oh, okay. What's the badge say on the little thing? What company did they hired from?
Magnum Opus Security.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
I have a cousin that works in that area. That's funny. He promised me I could get a job here. You know,
Magnum Security, it's called.
Yeah.
It's
Magnum pretty big.
Security Opuses.
We always
They also-
protect Magnum Security.
Yeah.
They also make exactly what we're thinking.
Yeah.
The side
The
gig.
delicious ice cream, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Investigate.
While you're talking to them, you notice that each of them has a or you hear the clink of maybe some vials under their under their coats.
Interesting tastes you got there. Yeah.
All right, did you roll? Oh, you got a mild success.
Let's
I thought you
go.
had the power of -1. It doesn't matter. It's still a mild success. Okay, so you get 1 clue no matter what. However, I can expose you to danger. I can give you fuzzy clues, or I can ask you a question. What is your question of the guards?
Oh, what is a good question for the gods? What's an entryway?
When do you get off work?
When you guys, when's the shift change? You know, I am trying to get a job.
Look, it's going to take us a while to get around again. You probably will have at least 2 rolls, 2, maybe 3 rolls before we come back. But the thing is, when we come back, we're going to attack you.
Well, that's not very nice.
Yeah. So, hey, I don't have any applications here, but if you mail it, if you send one to the office, it'll be fine. The Magnum office, the Magnum Opus office. It's called Moo. Anyway, it's really nice seeing you here.
Fantastic. Can I have you guys as some references or?
Oh yeah. We gotta go.
What's your name? Okay.
Bye. Goodbye. But I'm gonna ask you a question. But hold on a second. The question is, my question to you is, hold on.
Yes.
It is. I don't know why these guys are having a hard time getting their question out. they're having a hard time.
As they think about it, I ask them how the day has been.
They could ask what her name is.
What is your? Well, they're not even really asking this. This is just information that comes through the ether. What is your largest what is your biggest regret? What is the thing you feel the most regret or shame from?
I'm gonna start calling you Bob because you haven't given me a name. That's a crazy question.
My name's Clyde.
What's up, Clyde? Name's what did I give you? What did I say my name was? Frank. That's right.
Yeah.
Frank, how you doing,
What-
Frank? Like I said, you can put in your application somewhere else, but
What was the question?
regret or
Biggest regret. Shit.
or your biggest shame, the thing that you're most ashamed of because you're a very bad. What deep down makes you feel like you might be a very terrible person?
We're getting into some real deep stuff, aren't we, Clive? I'd say it would be when it was when I hit the body of a dead child.
Ooh, that's a good one, says Clive. You don't actually say that out loud. You mumble it to yourself because for some reason you feel like, oh, I feel so guilty about something. And you kind of mumble it. Nobody hears you. You just say it on, just barely over your breath. And the security guards go off into the fog.
Fuck you,
Mavis, what
Clive.
can we? Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll get a job around here. You
Thanks,
seem like
mate.
a good one.
I'm gonna use you as a
Except for that
reference.
hiding the body thing. That's a little weird. I'm just saying. All right, thank you for that.
So this wall, right? It's alive, right?
The wall
Well,
doesn't look super alive. It looks thick and
the
tall.
vines.
The vine is it's alive.
The wall has the ward's very similar to the wards that we saw in the subway tunnel. The vine is alive, so the vine's kind of like in between it.
So, question: would I be able to just because it's obviously being influenced by someone's rift powers, right? Would I be able to just
Some sort of rift powers, but it's not ordinary rift powers. It's as if the rift powers have been corrupted by the alchemical processes of one Armand Kai.
Oh,
Lightning.
actually, I have an idea.
Oh yeah.
I have an idea too.
Can I just is there any way to take away to sever the connection between the rift and this thing that it's created? Is there any way for me to
That's a good question. Here's what I'll tell you for free. Kai has the ability to project his power and sort of transport his essence over distances. So you can at least identify that that's going to be not with him specifically. That's not going to be possible in any way that you know. He's a very powerful rift.
So listen, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of what this wall is doing, what this vine is doing. And also, I'm pretty sure, I can only deal with that ward, but that ward isn't going to affect us, I don't think, getting in to the building too much. So, yeah, can I just, change the game to heal Christine's status of, being tangled?
Sleepy?
Well, no, she's tangled still, isn't she?
No.
Oh, she's still... Okay, never mind then.
But it is Sleepy One.
Oh, okay.
Chuck pulled him out, and we pulled Chuck out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Chuck pulled himself out. Let's be honest.
Sometimes if you don't know how to defeat something, you can investigate. Maybe there's a weakness, or maybe there's something to be discovered.
Do you guys just want to I don't know if anyone actually trusts me. I know someone trusts me here.
I trust you.
You are trusted by all of us here. They just have different ways of expressing it. You know that.
We need a sword.
Just saying, I can put us in a bubble and we can float over, I think, but that's gonna be a really annoying move for the MC to figure out. So
I think if you could take out the ward, I can just pop a picture through the gate, and then we just arrive on the other side without having to worry about the vines.
That's as annoying for the MC with more rolls.
No, we just need one thing. We need something sharp so I can blast it. So I can turn it into the hero sword that the knight used to cut down.
I pass Christian
Here's
the
what I'll do.
chainsaw.
Here's what I'll do. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. If you can I'm gonna say you could successfully float over the wall and maybe even the vine, right? Maybe even the vine. But just beyond the vine is something putrid and smelly that you will be immediately enmeshed with or by, or perhaps torn to pieces when facing. So maybe you could just use to bubble over the wall, but it would only bring you closer to the next evil manifestation.
Better than sitting here at this wall for like a million years.
Do it. Do it.
Sounds fun.
How do
fun.
I? What move do you want me to do that?
I think you could just take the you could just take the risk. I'll just give you like a take the risk. The only thing you have to deal with is Ward 1, and that's it.
I will just burn the tag bubble ride.
Oh, okay.
Hit.
All right. Well, then you all go in the bubble and you float over the wall.
Yeah,
Well,
and we don't have to roll
you
for it.
describe
Unless
it.
you want me to do -1 for warded?
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. We can just get past this fucking wall.
I was tempted to stop holding back just for this bloody wall.
It's like this wall turned out to be a real pain in the ass.
I could just spawn in a ladder and we could just climb it if we really needed to.
Literally.
Just don't want to interrupt.
The wall falls down for some reason and you walk through.
So
the
yeah,
warding
Maeve
is
kinda
gone, by
just,
the
like,
way.
as she
Once you
creates
break
this-
through the wall or you get over the wall, you notice the warding is only for the outside. So there's no warding. There's no warded 1 here. But you notice that there's a warding for the house and it's warded 2.
Maeve,
But you're not there yet.
Maeve kind of like, as she starts to create the bubble, she just like looks at everyone. She goes, "All right, hold your breath," and then like she just goes,
"Haha,
I'm kidding," but like probably. And then she.
I had a lot. I've got a high protein diet. It's still probably a good idea.
And I can tell you,
separate bubble. Like
this is going to be a fail forward. So if you fail this roll, you're still going to be over the wall. I'm just going to do it.
I didn't fail the roll. I burned a tag for hit. So.
Oh, sorry. Okay. My mistake. Okay, thank God. All right. Phew. Okay, so you float. Tell us what you do with this fucking wall. You just
floated over it.
Yeah,
and
okay.
We're just like on the other side. I'm not floating into the house. We're literally just going over the wall, and now we're on the other side of the wall.
Thank God. Nice job, everyone.
Felt like we were at that
All
wall.
it took was me burning a tag, guys.
Yeah. All right. So
I
didn't want to interrupt all the fun.
You go over the wall. It's 12 feet high, 6 feet wide. The whole wall encircles the mansion. It's you're not like right next to this like main gate. You're sort of a little bit away from it, so you're not immediately visible to anybody. You do notice, though, you come down to the ground, and the ground is mushy, and there's some grass, but you notice right next to you there's little pools of gross, vile, sort of smelly, putrid liquid that, if you look at it too long, you feel like it looks back at you and makes you feel a little bit sad and regretful.
What else is new?
Even so, you become quickly aware. Your legendary senses indicate to you that there's no warding in this particular area. There's large trees, but beyond those trees is a house, a large mansion. You gather that is the Cancele Manor House itself, and that is warded too. There is a thorny thicket. Oh no, wait, you already passed that. I'm so sorry. The thorny thicket of Sleeping Beauty you already passed.
Only before we do anything else, may I flashback? And in my flashback, I get a cup of coffee from the Starfish coffee brand and drink it, so I get rid of Sleepy One.
All right, roll change the game.
I had a travel mug. You could have had a sip. Well, it's okay.
Okay, I'll change.
Doesn't like your brand. It's too cheap.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna use our Creo bank account in this because my unlimited credit card hasn't been activated yet.
Getting those fancy beans.
Don't you have like
So I'll head that. And can I trigger social issue here because I'm drinking from a brand that is like environmentally friendly.
Slay.
Sure. You know what? Just roll and then get rid of your sleepy. I actually figured I screwed something up. So you actually passed. That vine was supposed to be a little bit harder.
Oh.
You passed the vine, and so you'll be going to the house in a minute.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, there you go. Boom.
Yeah,
okay.
my story attack is grande latte coffee, and I just chuck it.
Okay, well here's what you can do. You can get rid of your sleepy tag, and then you could do something else if you want. You could give yourself a well, I guess there's not much you can do. There's going to be only, let's say, you get a. I'll just forget it. Just get rid of your.
Yeah, they would like. Yeah. It's fine. I just want to use it to get rid of my sleepy. Right. Unless if you would allow me to give myself a status, a tag.
Well, the problem is it would only be a temporary status.
That's fine. I just need like a temporary one for story reason.
Okay.
And I would go. Brain functioning one.
All right, brain
and
functioning.
What that does is Christine, now that she has her coffee, is going to be a little bit more adept in be able to process things.
Okay.
Not me if I haven't had my coffee.
Yeah. And Christine's like, this is a fairy tale. And that's great. And lavender smoke begins to flow out from her eye as she goes.
What did you say this building was called again?
It's called the Cancelier Manor.
Yep.
And she goes, because if this is a fairy tale, then we can't have it without fairy, can we?
I think your knight in shining armor wants to say something.
Oh, the knight in shining armor. Well, he's on the lookout for the next danger.
So you gather your
searching for the next possible issues.
You gather your courage. You're awake. You're ready to go. You step carefully along the grass, past the trees, and you reach a clearing, and there stands before you the historic 3-story manor house. It sits atop a pastoral hill, and there's overgrown gardens. And you could see it's actually, you look around and there's woods. And you're like, wow, this is largely hidden from the outside world, is it not? The air is foul, which the stench of what you smelt a whiff of now goes into your nose and almost paralyzes you with disgusting smells of decomposing and fermenting substances. Even so, you do not take a status from that. You keep stepping forward carefully, up toward the manor house. You look around. You don't see anybody tracking you. You are able to basically make it all the way to the main entrance of the building. And why don't we just say this so it's not too confusing? Let's say you open the door ever so carefully. And you notice, you sort of look in the door and you see the grand foyer. It was, of course, at one time impressive, but today it stands in shambles. Worse yet, it's covered in piles of pitchy filth that reek of rotten flesh, mold, feces, and every noxious odor imaginable. It's all you can do to not hurl right there on the spot. You slam the door back there, but as the doors close, you see the sludge on the ground of the foyer move, and it looks like it almost forms up into a large person. And you slam the door behind you. But as the door closes, you see shimmering red eyes, almost as if it's a fly, but it's a person with fly eyes. You keep your lunch down, but expect to have a true challenge.
Well, he knows we're here now.
They say, no, I don't talk. It's fine. Polly wouldn't have
Uh-oh.
been so far ahead if that was going to hurt you somehow.
Timing.
Oh,
Yep.
let's see. What are we out of time here?
It's a good point.
It's a
Okay,
good
all
point.
Okay.
I think it's a good point, and
All
we
right,
do
then.
keep this about 3 hours.
Yeah. All right. Well, you will face the foyer creature maybe tomorrow, or maybe you'll go home next time here on our game, Knights of Payne University. Now, this is the end of the session.
I
but
just wanted to
before the
say
session
before you
ends-
do that,
Yeah.
I before you did the whole monologue about opening the doors, like,
Yeah.
on a hero's quest, it's best not to take the path most obvious. And I wanted to actually take everyone through the window up on the 3rd story
Oh, well, you can still do that.
with flight.
So, like, the way the game works is if I push you forward like this, I can't hold it against you. So, like, I'm just trying to, move the story
Yeah,
forward. If
I
you want
like
to
it.
go back and do something else, it's fine.
I like
Uh,
it.
I want to go
Yeah.
back to the wall.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's a
And
great
now
idea.
you're
Yeah,
suddenly
yeah.
out-
Can we actually go back to the camp because I had something to say about roll 20?
That's right.
What camp?
Sometimes I like.
What is a roll
I can't
20?
Get together with my friends in person when I'd like to, but luckily there's a free, fun way. No, okay. The
Can I-
last
Oops, sorry.
the
I wanted
last
to do something
move.
before I forgot. But
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Take
I
the
wanted
Get
to
it
do
in.
something before I forget, like next session. Would you mind if I did it and then leave that as a cliffhanger, or do we mind?
Go
Is
ahead.
it-
Yeah.
Well, because there's so much. There's like words.
Well,
going
hold on a
right now.
second. Would you like to do the voiceover monologue next time?
Oh, you can do it then.
In
Yeah.
exchange for the
Yeah.
last word?
I can.
You don't
yeah, I'll
have
do
to.
it.
You don't have to. You
No,
get the
it's fine.
last word
It's-
anyway.
It's my turn, anyways. I think. Soon,
Okay.
So, and I have a lot to say. So, I think because I wanted to investigate.
Well, we're back. Or maybe
And we're
we
back. Hello.
Now we're back.
All right.
Hey.
Let us begin now the final move of the game, which is always at the end of every session. We geek out during the credits. The credits are rolling. So each one of you can choose one of the following. How has the crew grown this session? Which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? Or which one of your themes is under the most strain if it collapses much like Mavis's theme collapsed? What new aspect will show up in its place? Who would like to go first? Anybody? Any takers? Otherwise, I will volunteer.
From
Christine.
left, right, top to bottom, right? So it's,
I can't see overlay where I'm
Yeah.
at anymore.
So, like this, the things happened, and the words were said. Some words were hurtful, but I am choosing to be positive right now, like my therapist said, and so I'm focusing on the fact that Chuck saved me.
Oh, nice.
yeah, well,
Okay.
I'll take a hurt point.
You're gonna get a hurt point with Chuck? Or
No, I'm
help
gonna get a
Probably.
help point.
Okay, help point. Sorry, I
point
didn't
with
use
Chuck.
the
Save
hurt
me.
with Chuck. I used the wrong word. All right. Thank you very much. So tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Hi, my name is Gabriela, and you can find me here playing City of Mist every week on Sunday, or on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. Do we have a YouTube channel? We do have a YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
We have a great
Thank
YouTube
you
channel.
very
started
much.
on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Okay, so now we can do overlay because now I can see it again. So Penny Roberts, tell us, choose which one of your geek out during the credits, and then tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Oh, so this has been a session. Woof. That is tough.
Yeah, the
But the one
dungeon
that
crawl
makes-
seemed kind of like weak after the rest of it.
Not really. We only just started it. I'm sure you
Yeah.
have many evil surprises ahead.
Well,
rather
you
than
know
just
what I
a
mean.
bush.
We couldn't even get past the gate. I was going to stop
Yeah.
holding back on that. I mean,
All right, screw
I was literally sitting here with a ladder thinking, should I interject? Anyway, I think which of your themes is under the most strain is the most relevant one. It's not actually the best choice as a character, but it's the most relevant story-wise, because I was phoned up by a professor who advises the student reporting union to investigate some murders, and I haven't done that at all, and it's been a long period of time. So, under the most strain, for no reason other than just the story of it, putting a crack on student press because I haven't been doing my job.
All right.
My name is
Yeah, that's
Paul.
right. Yeah.
I had the pleasure of playing Penny Roberts, right? You can find me because I like to stream around. I'm on Gallibond, Twitch TV, and on YouTube. Great fun channel full of awesome archives on YouTube. You want to check that one out? He does a lot. Just like the Goblin Cave TV does. So go check out the YouTube. And we also stream over on the Action Sturge. They do the occasional video. They've got a newborn baby, so their priorities are obviously in the right place. They do upload to YouTube about once a month. That's what I'm on at the moment. That is the Blades in the Dark system, very similar to City of Mist. Good fun. And I'm also on the Gaijin Games Twitch TV channel, although, however, it's on a hiatus right now. So if you want to go back and watch some stuff, that's a fun one. Or check out their Discord. It's very active too, but it's all good fun. I have the absolute pleasure as well, and last but not least, bloody hell, I'm on the Exploding Kittens podcast, which is a very hilarious comedy D&D kind of thing. It's very funny. Where we do go up to dumb stuff. That's me.
All right. You're busy. Okay. Next, we have Mavis Thorn. Tell us, which one of the Geek Out During the Credits moves are you going to make? And who are you and where can we find you?
I am going to... if I didn't have a hurt point on all of you, you would be getting one. But unfortunately, everyone already has a hurt point. No, but I think I'm going to take a help point on Christine. Because I feel like Christine, Maeve knows that she hurts Christine's feelings. And it really doesn't, sit well with her. But also, the fact that... And I'm assuming Maeve saw this, but, the fact that Christine told Penny to, stay back when Maeve obviously left when she needed to be alone. I don't know, it's just, that's my homegirl. I'm sorry that I yelled at you. But yeah, I think I would rather take a help. Because also, Maeve does want to protect Christine and Penny. Christine and Penny are, her best friend and her girlfriend. So it's, right now, she's these are my top friends. Sorry. Everyone else couldn't be hurt by that.
Screw that. Screw everybody else. Okay.
My name is Viv. I go by Oblivivian on the internet. I stream on Saturdays whenever I want. So you can follow me. I also have a Twitter that I'm using a lot more because I hate myself and I think Twitter's funny. So you guys can follow me on there. And
I'm a follower.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. Yeah, cool. All right. Thank you very much. Next up, we have... is it Kel? Yeah.
Kel or Karsh, yeah.
Kel. Oh, sorry, Karsh. Sorry, I screwed up already.
Kel.
I couldn't see that clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, Kel, and then we'll go Karsh. I'll do Kel, and then me, and then Karsh.
Okay. Chris, I play Kel Daily, and I'm gonna say that the most significant character interaction I had today was with Frank. So.
Yeah.
Give that to Gabriela, you specifically.
Right.
No, you had...
You're Frank, though, right?
No. My French,
Your cook, yeah.
cook, yeah.
French cook from
Who was
Brooklyn.
played by Gabriela. I mean,
Escargot.
you get that point. You specifically, not your character.
Just Frank.
Yeah.
Frank's
What
like,
about Moonrise? I feel like
wee,
you and
thank you for your help.
Moonrise gets a help point.
Amazing. Also,
All right. So, who are you and where can we find you?
my name is Chris. You can find me in my apartment. Go and find it.
Awesome.
It's out there.
Good luck.
I am Polly. Today I
Don't
was
say that.
mistress of ceremonies.
Not
I
American, it's
am a
okay.
streamer. You can find me at PallyPeople on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/PollyPeople. I stream generally on Tuesdays through Saturdays, beginning at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and I believe now 10 p.m. in the UK. If that's, I think, after the time.
That
zone.
is a very correct. Thank you very much, dear.
Don't count. What's what I'm trying to say?
It doesn't clash with the polo, dear. Don't worry. It's quite all right.
Completely
all right.
derailed.
don't hold that against me because I don't know if that's actually right or not. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, Karsh.
Hi. Chris just screwed up my idea because as much as I love that interaction with Kel, because Chuck was just not in the mood for talk, and though Kel was really reaching out and trying to get that through that brick wall, which most of the time is, in this case, bad timing. All I can say is bad timing. But I'm going to give a help point to Christine, because Christine put herself in danger and let me be the knight in shining armor, which is what Chuck sees himself to be. And that's, even though it was just a move interaction, that's kind of what the character's all about: saving the quarterback, saving the princess. As much as, yes, I did love that interaction with Kel. Like, I really, really want to give a help point for Kel on that.
Good.
I can't beat a quarterback.
But it's Christine in this, where it's like, that's what he is. He saves people. Well, that's what he tries to do. And after attending a funeral, saving someone feels good.
I'm amazed that no one took a hurt point on me. Do you guys all have hurt points on me already? Is that why no one took one?
I have a hurt point on you already.
Why would we take a hurt point for that? You just expressed yourself.
I was going to do a help point for that interaction, actually.
Yeah, I was working towards that as well. I was nowhere near a hurt point.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you were
stupid.
snogging in the freezer, weren't you? With the
Yeah,
ice
The only
cream and the
reason why
pancakes.
Christine
We saw you.
That conversation could have ended a lot different.
The only reason why Christine even had a hurt point on me wasn't even because of Christine. It was because her mythos doesn't like me mythos.
So, we're not live right now, so this is a recording, so we're not going to do a raid, but in theory, we do have other shows during the week. We've got previous stuff on YouTube. Check them all out. We've got highlights. We're working on more clips and everything like that all the time. It just takes time to do them. We're working on shows for next year, and we also are working on the end of year show, which is also my birthday show, which is a big mega fundraiser for us. So there's a lot of things in the works. One of them has something called a THACO, which I don't know if people know about, but that will be fun, at least. So there's lots of things out there that we're working on.
I saw a meme with THACO on it and it made me think of you. I still don't know what it is.
Easy way to date yourself. Talk about THACO and know what it means.
Yeah. So that's what's coming up at the end of the year and next year. We do have a break in December, just a heads up for that. Not all of it, but some of December we'll be having a break. Thank you, everyone. Apparently we were on the front page for a minuscule amount of time, and we had lots of viewers, so that's a big thing.
That was awesome. Do you see it in your stats?
I haven't checked it up yet because we had the internet outage.
Right, yeah,
anyway, thank you, everybody. Thank you already here.
Bye.
And Oblivivian, that was a great emotional blow up. I do really love that.
Fuck you guys.
No, it was really, really good because your character was cracking. That part of your character was cracking, and you role played it out.
Yeah.
Which was brilliant.
Literally, I have one thing to say. Fuck all y'all bitches. I'm out. Like.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna be out. Bye.
Come back anytime. Leave or I'll call the guard.